Bye. We'll all back in the direction with our host, Kaleidoscope.
Word
Yeah.
up, man. You used to ride or die for Xbox while pushing a Harley. Now you on a Kawasaki turning Flipperachi. And since you made the switch, you started throwing shade at the Xbox, which has your favorite game. As the ambassador for ponies, you feed them daily hay so they feel good about themselves on the console they claim. Now you a therapist for ponies and the company Sony. The very same ones you used to label as phony. We cool and we still talk. You called the other day to talk about Phil and his plan in spades. You were excited, hoping Devil May Cry, maybe Jet Set, Radio or Soul Calibur, right? How about this? What's up with Ninja Gaiden? Can you imagine on Scorpio, powered by Ryzen? Man, that's dope. It'll be the end all be all of digital graphics in this game is ball. But to be honest, I'd rather be surprised, because since the gen started, I was taken for a ride with Max KI, Ori and Rise, and a great many others that ran on overdrive.
That's
God
me.
damn, bro.
That was fire.
God damn.
That's
That
me.
was
Boys,
dope. That was dope.
God
That
damn,
was
man.
dope.
That's dope.
That's good.
Yo,
boys.
That was good.
shit.
Both of y'all, man. Good
Yo,
shit.
Kalada, I'm telling you like that, man. I
That's some
can't
good
bomb
shit
for
right
shit,
there.
son.
Hey,
Wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to rap. So shit, don't
All right.
even
Yo, that's
don't
the
even put
Direct
me in
That
the
Show,
mix of
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. We about to kick this off hardcore, all right? Because we about to stomp a mud hole in the media's ass this week. All right, we ain't taking no fucking shorts, all right? And actually, the first I want to introduce to the mic is the DGX Tuck Master, who's never been on the Direct That Show. Yo, Tuck, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Tuckmaster, the original Pony Killer, extraordinary.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just get this thing rolling and let's get started.
Word up, man. Hell yeah, yo. Yo, Mr. 100.
What's up with y'all? Y'all know who is notorious 100. The motherfucker that likes to give you the real facts about this game and shit. We finna have fun tonight. This is the podcast where it's uncut, unraw, and we gonna say what the fuck we wanna say. Put the
Word
kids
up.
to bed. It's time to get down.
That's what's up. That's what's up, yo. Now, yo, Kano, what's up, man? Introduce yourself.
Yo, first off, I want to apologize for technical difficulties last week on my end. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back in full effect. The Royal Kano, the brutally honest gamer, intermediate gamer. Let's get it. You heard me?
Word up, man. Yo, J Long.
What's good, guys? It's glad to be back on the Direct X show. Back, you know, to expose these frauds in the media and in the community.
Word up, man. Yo, Chief.
Oh, what's up, man? Dude, great intro. Hebot, amazing. Kaleidoscope, that was fucking awesome, man. Good job on that shit. And
Cool.
I just want to say what's up to everyone up in here, man. Xbox is uprising, and everybody buying an Xbox, you are part of the Xbox uprising.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. That's
That's
what's
what's
up,
up.
man. Yo, Ghost.
You already know it's your boy. The ghost with the most, the pony slayer. Fuck that shit. All ponies is going down. They
All
going
right.
down, son.
Hell yeah, especially this week, man. And of
Hell
course, the
yeah.
most powerful gamer, Hebot.
Well, I hope I didn't embarrass all my compatriots here, but it's great to be again here with all you guys once again and for the first time on the show. For some, let's talk gaming. There's a lot of good topics, and hopefully I won't rant too long. Just let me know. Thanks
All
again,
right.
Claude, for having me on.
Nah, not a problem. Not a problem. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, man. Literally. All
Thank you.
right, so there was a lot of things popping off this week, man. I'm not even sure where to start. Literally, I'm not. But let's just start off with the Zelda killer. All right, Horizon Zero Dawn being touted as the Zelda killer, man. All right, now I got a lot of thoughts on that, but I'm gonna pass the mic to a couple of people first. Let's hear from you, 100. What do you think about the Zelda killer?
Oh man, to me, I know it looks good and shit. I know IG, what's that? Giant Bomb gave it a 100. I don't know how a fucking game was 100, and they said some of the side missions is dog shit, and it's boring in the first 20 minutes, but you give it a 100. To me, it's nothing. I mean, What's innovative about it? It looked like you stole a whole lot of shit and you just put it all in one, and you had somebody write a good story. But if the game is good, the game is good. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it deserves no hundred. But I'm just tripping off with the other. I forgot that well, I guess it's Games On, whatever. They gave that motherfucker a straight up 50. They said the shit was dog shit. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know if they really gonna buy it, or they gonna red box that shit, or they gonna fuck around and go buy this game. It was some kind of firm said it's gonna sell 6 million. I doubt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is people don't buy games all year round like we do. We gamers. They, to me, they're going to the casuals. Some people don't even know what Horizon Zero Dawn is. Don't know
I
what
know.
it's about. So I don't think it's out the bat. It might go sell a mill, and then it's going to drop off. But after you beat the game, where the replay value is, people talking shit about Halo Wars 2. But you got replay value in it. You got multiplayer.
Yeah, true that, man.
So
I agree.
you got all this stuff. You got DLC. What you gonna DLC for? I already know she's looking for her mom. You know what I'm
Okay, I'm
saying?
sorry, fellas.
Yeah. I know she's looking for a mob and everything, but the game ain't even out yet, and you got these motherfucking PlayStation Nation over here jumping like this the best thing since sliced bread, and they ain't even own the game.
I
You know what I'm
know,
saying? Wait
right?
till the game come out and then you give your opinion on it. Cause I'm done listening to the gaming media. Them motherfuckers don't do it right. How you gonna give Halo Wars 2 a 70, but you give this motherfucker a 90? And they got no replay value. I mean, explain to me. You saying it has faults. When it has faults, that don't deserve no 90. You got, that's like you giving an A. What you gonna give it an A minus? Come on, y'all gaming journalists. I'm just a gaming shit talking YouTuber. I don't get paid for this shit. They do. I thought they had some type of, code.
Integrity. Hmm.
I guess ain't no code no more. So
Yeah.
that's why I said I quit listening to them bastards.
The
I
only
feel
code is whoever pays for the most marketing on their channel gets the highest score. That's how that
Hmm.
code works.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that pay for the most marketing. I feel you there, Chief. I feel you
Uh,
there. That could actually sway a reviewer. As a matter of
if that,
fact, why don't
if
you
that,
take us away? What are your thoughts on this, Chief?
I mean, dude, Sony does everything to try to sway reviews. That's the problem. A lot of people either ignore or don't see. But I mean, it's simple fact, and you can look at it. I mean, go to any game by PlayStation comes out by Sony, and all the 100 reviews, one by one, will say PlayStation Nation, PlayStation UK, PlayStation Europe, PlayStation Magazine, Dual Shockers, Press Square, Axis. I mean, of course, these games are
damn.
getting. This is Sony giving their own games perfect scores, and
PlayStation lifestyle.
but there you
Ah,
go.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Dual
they go on. The
shockers.
list goes on, dude. So all these phony tens inflate their scores of their games. Sony knows this. They do it on purpose. You don't see 15 Microsoft-owned publications giving their games perfect scores. If you did, Xbox scores would be higher. Imagine if Xbox were able to magically put 10 perfect tens on every game that they've released. How much would that inflate the Metacritic? I would say bring it up there. So
Yeah.
that's one of the problems. The other problem is you got marketing companies for Sony that offer reviewers early access to games, and this came out in a thing called DriverGate. If you ever get a chance to look up DriverGate, this is where reviewers will offer, game developers will offer the reviewers early access to a copy in exchange for a 9 or a 10 on their game. And dude, you won't believe how many of these people sell out. They want to be because they're a media outlet. They want to be the first to have that game, so they're willing to sacrifice their integrity to have the first access, to be able to show it first, to get those views, to get those clicks, or whatever. And it's just something that's sad, something that happens, and people need to realize this. See, Xbox gamers are smart. We're awake to this kind of shit. That's why you don't hear a bunch of us when we talk about a game. Is it good? We don't ask each other about the Metacritic. That's only something ponies do. It's only they're delusional enough to take this shit seriously and take what somebody else says seriously. I've never judged a game based on or thought to myself, I need to find out what someone else thinks about that game and then steal their opinion. That is nonsense. It makes no sense to me at all. Like I said, and the media bias is real. The media is always biased towards Sony. We've seen that several times. I'm trying to think. For example, anytime Microsoft makes a mistake, you don't stop hearing about it. That Machinima ordeal, they didn't shut up about. But does everybody know that Sony actually created a fictional person out of thin air that didn't even really exist? a website that didn't even really exist in order to get their game the order of a perfect score. They were so mad at all the low scores, apparently, that they created a fictional person and gave their own game a 100 because all the media that they paid to give it a 100 refused to. And here's what happened. There was a lot of backlash. A lot of companies got threatened because they didn't give the order, the review, because they said they handed them promotional material, they gave them early access, they gave them all this stuff, and you know, in exchange for a good review, and then these companies backed out of it. A lot of them backed out of it. Okay, and there was a lot of backlash. They got their free market, they got their free merchandising pulled, they got their advertisement for the next 2 Sony games pulled. So they got punished by Sony. And what they do is they give you this free stuff, but it's not really free. It's only free as long as you're doing what they tell you to, and then they take it away from you the minute you don't. Okay? So, I mean, there's a whole lot of things and so many different levels of deception and just fraudery, all kinds of crap going on when it comes to this. And it's just really, it's to a point people need to just wake up to it. And unfortunately, on the Sony side, they're the most brainwashed zombie sheep in the world, and you know, you can tell them anything. They can see anything in a commercial, and they go around and regurgitate it as a fact. I mean, that's the problem. So, you know, that's what you're dealing with. That's the truth about the matter. You got inflated, like I said, inflated Metacritic scores, and it's clear as day. If you don't believe me, go to Metacritic, look at a Sony game that gets perfect reviews, and just start counting the pro Sony fucking channels there. Go to an Xbox game and see if you see 50 different Xbox sites on there giving their game perfect scores. You're not going to see it. It's not there. And like I said, imagine what Xbox games would score if Microsoft had 15, 20 publications in order to created to inflate their score. You know, that all gave their games perfect scores. I mean, you would see a big difference. That's all I got to say.
Nah, no doubt, man. Yo, that's the Xbox uprising, ladies and gentlemen. All right, word up, man. We going in this week. I'm telling you, we straight stopping a mud hole in the media's ass this week. We ain't taking no shorts. Matter of fact, yo, DGX Tuck Master, yo Tuck, what's your opinions on the subject?
Yo, Tuck.
Tuck, is you there?
On
Right, well, I guess Tuck took an L, man. No, Kano.
He over there eating a sandwich.
I can imagine.
Yo,
Kato, what's up with you, man? What's your thoughts on the subject?
First off, all the media sites, all the ponies need to get at Andrew House's and Yoshida's anus first and foremost, because they behind too much over the Horizon Zero Dawn bull crap. Secondly, how that's the Legend of Zelda killer, and Legend of Zelda will sell more than Horizon Zero Dawn anyway. Thirdly,
I know.
Thirdly, the gameplay is decent, but it ain't nothing that we haven't seen before. And the game and the graphics, don't get it twisted. It looks good. Whatever, play it when it hits to like $10 or $20. That's the farthest I'll go and playing that game, because honestly, you know, that game ain't worth $60 if it's just a single player game, and it really ain't got much to offer behind the hood of the game. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, it's just like that's not an original idea. It's just like something that they just compiled together to make it look like it's brand new. But you know, I give Guerrilla Games their credit, you know what I'm saying, because they do come out with some decent games. But that right there ain't it. And I don't know honestly if that's going to be 100% a legit hit. If it sells well, it sells well. But if it doesn't, you got to go back to the drawing board to come up with something special, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know, Zelda always gonna be wet, always gonna be better than Horizon Zero Dawn. So I can't see how somebody gonna say that Horizon Zero Dawn is that killer to Zelda. So that's a bunch of bull right there. So whoever said that needs to hold that L a million times over. You feel what I'm saying?
You got him on, baby?
Oh yeah, I feel you on that, man. That's some trippy shit, especially that they're touting it as a Zelda killer.
Yo,
B1111 made a great video on this topic. You guys should check that out. He puts it to rest. I mean, there's no other. I mean, after you watch that, there's nothing else you have to say on the subject. I mean, let time tell what a classic is. You can't tell anybody that a new game that just came out is better than
a classic.
Yo, guys,
ridiculous. It's even played, and that to me, like I said, is just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yo, what's up, Ghost?
I got something for Guerrilla Games, man. Yo, Guerrilla Games, man. Why you
My other thing, hey, my other statement is how is a game that is basically
That's to the media, son. Stop fucking lying. For one, Guerrilla Games,
yeah,
fuck that shit, man. That shit ain't no Zelda killer. What are they
man, it
doing?
was
That's
like,
not even a Laura
hey,
killer.
dude,
How you
it
gonna
is.
compare that Zelda to this fucking new shit that they got coming
What
out
the
right now, man?
Horizon
It's not
Zero
even
Fun
killing
is? Yo,
Laura Croft. Tomb Raider look better than that shit. Let's be
well,
honest. Let's go. Let's be honest. Fuck
Oh,
that
Tuck's
shit.
here.
Ah, well, yo, as a
Tomb
matter of
Raider
fact,
look
go
better.
take it away. What are your thoughts on the Zelda killer?
Let me see. Can I
The
say one
Zelda
more
killing
thing?
my ass, man. They finally got their first one of the year. Let's give them a motherfucking round of applause. They finally got their big AAA. They ain't talking about
Uh,
that whack ass Japanese shit. Zelda is the shit. It's always gonna be the shit. It's always gonna outsell whatever they're gonna throw at it. Cause Zelda's Zelda. That's just it. That's like Mario. Come on, like you wildin'.
hey, every
Gorilla
time I
no
Games,
look at
doubt.
Gorilla Games
Horizon,
looking nice and
hey,
pretty.
every time I,
Chill out.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yo,
What?
Kato,
Go
what
ahead,
was you
guys.
gonna say
I
earlier?
just want to say one thing, man.
All right.
I just look. I've looked at this game, dude, and every time I look at Horizon Zero Fun, it looks like the Ubisoft rip off. That's all I see. Every time I look at it, it looks like a Ubisoft rip off. They took some aspects from fucking Assassin's
Far
Creed,
Cry.
some aspects from Far Cry. There you go, smash them together. And that's all I see when I look at this pile of garbage, man. And robot dinosaurs, Jesus Christ, how old are you? You got to be fucking 13 to think that sounds cool.
Zoids, man. They're playing with Zoids still.
The Zoids, man. People like Zoids.
Want me to go in now? Should I
Yeah,
go?
Yo,
go
wait
ahead.
a
Go
minute.
ahead.
Kato wanted to say something earlier. What was it you wanted to say,
I was
Kato?
going. I was going to say, like I say, I rather. I'm more excited about that new Tomb Raider game that's gonna be coming out soon than that the Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Even though they like with that game,
Spoilers.
even though with Horizon Zero Dawn is on the horizon out, you know what I'm saying? You know that's what the ponies want. That's what they're gonna crave, saying it's the best thing since sliced bread. But
Hell yeah.
about like what about 3-4 days later you gonna catch them back playing Street Fighter Five. They're gonna be playing Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna be playing because you know so they ain't gonna put they don't be playing them games for that long. They say they play it and they say it's the best thing since sliced bread. And then after that, about 2-3 days later, they play going back to the same old game, Street Fighter Five, because that's their game of choice with the casuals. You know what I'm talking about? So
That's all they play.
Yeah.
exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a PlayStation 4 myself, but I play a variety of exclusive games that's beneficial. I don't go on there just to play simple minute games like Street Fighter Five, and that's all they can play because that's probably the easiest they can play. They can't play no hard games like that. You feel me? So
Hey, what I want to ask y'all
They
is
dumbed
how
down the
long,
controls, yo.
what I want to ask
that's
y'all
what they
guys is
do.
this. What I want to ask you guys is how long is that game going to be?
Ours is kind
Apparently
of
it's
long
30
because you got
hours.
side minutes. Yeah, they got the same.
They got side missions and all,
Not
man.
saying the game is bullshit trash, but it's nothing innovative about the motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. You feel me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It ain't
like
nothing
I'm
new.
looking at it, man, and they're talking about Zelda Killer, and I'm looking at what you could do in the new Zelda compared to what you can do
So,
with this.
so
I,
this
Correct me if
game,
I'm wrong, but all you do in this game is shoot dinosaurs with a bow, because that's all I've seen.
that's why I said it's
Yeah.
not original. It's not original. It's like a bootleg wannabe God of War
While in
mixed with.
Zelda, you get to get on horse, you joust. I don't know if there's horses. Or, well, I
Yeah,
saw her ride the
Oh yeah,
mechanical
they got
bull.
some type of
she would
creature
write
she
something.
rides.
She
Yeah.
Yeah,
rides a
some type
mechanical
of
bull.
bull.
But
Yeah,
from what I've
mechanical
seen,
bull.
there's just way more to offer in the new Zelda. Like you could surf down snow, you could surf down a mountain with your fucking shield. You could do a flip off your horse, aim down with your fucking bow and arrow. You got all types of swords. You got
Yeah,
axes
sword
for the first
combat.
time in Zelda. This is actually
Mhm.
the first Zelda that's actually really an RPG since the
And it has
second
a
one.
bow and arrow.
And people
It's got a
talk.
bow and arrow. It's got way
That's
more
one of
shit.
the weapons, though, not the only one.
The map
Doesn't
is
he have
freaking
bombs as well?
crazy. The
so,
map is
so,
crazy huge in the new Zelda, guys. And
so
not
I'm
only
like
that,
this.
it's Zelda. Zelda is known for having dungeons with puzzles and crazy boss fights.
Mhm.
I don't know if Horizon has this. I don't even think Horizon to me looks more like freaking Far Cry Primal than it does Zelda. Call it the Far Cry Primal killer if you're gonna call it the killer of anything, because it
I
can't even kill
just,
Ocarina of Time in my opinion. But
Well,
I haven't played it. I'll scratch
it's not
that.
gonna take out Zelda. It's
It's
not.
not. It's not gonna even take out Wind Waker. Okay, they're two different games.
Yo,
And I'm not even
J-Lo,
gonna
that
lie,
is
Horizon's the
game.
best looking game they got, in my opinion. Because I fuck with open world games. And I like Tomb Raider. I like Far Cry. So I'm gonna like Horizon. Is it a day one? No, it's not a day one because once I heard about this kid shit, that there's all this little kid shit. I don't want little kids in my games. So I'm gonna buy that game used because of that. Once I heard this kid shit, yeah, that's it. I lost my interest.
You know, we'll get it. We'll
What
touch
what
on the
what
kid
kids
shit in a
stuff are you
little bit.
talking about?
Don't worry, Tuck. We'll get on that in a little bit, man.
But
That's the
but
next
yeah,
subject
Horizon
on
looks
the
cool.
agenda.
I'll get it when it's like 40, 50. If I was a pony, I'd get it day one. But it does look good.
They ain't
I
got shit
really
else to
lie.
play. They show they buy Gravity Rush.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
You ain't
exactly.
buy
They
you.
didn't
You
go
what
buy
else
it.
you got to see? They always say we got no games, but then they want to go and try to go check our police records and shit. You see they don't fuck with me. I'm like shit. You want to check my police record? I got games. I'm mad at myself last night. I'm like damn. If I buy another game, I'm gonna slap the shit out myself because I'm just so damn backlogged. But we got games to play. Oh, you
Yeah.
don't have this. I got stuck on on Halo Wars 2 for 2 days straight. I had to put it down last night
Maybe that's what
because
they
I
don't
got it.
understand.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we say we're not interested in their game, they lose their mind, but they don't understand that we got so much shit to play, man. We got Halo, we got Gears, we got Forza, and on top of that, we got backwards compatible games, so we're playing our
Oh no, they
backlog.
said we.
On
They
top
said
of
no.
that,
They said
the third
we too
party games.
happy. They said we happy for old games. Do you read, motherfucker? Some of us didn't have the time to play some of these games. I didn't have time to play Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon. I seen that they coming out with another Neo Geo collection with World Heroes in it and shit. Oh, I'm getting that
Oh
motherfucker day
shit!
one.
Hell
You know what
yeah!
I'm saying? I'm like, you see what we got that can work? So we getting stuff. We
Oh,
got
we
games
got
that they don't even advertise.
Well,
See, that's what I say. Do you go into the Xbox store and you see in some games? My man Tex was like, man, you gonna get that Typo Man? What the fuck is Typo Man? I saw it, but I
Yeah.
said, man, I quit school because of recess. I'm not typing shit, but that's your game. You go buy it.
and
No
I
doubt,
made a
no
video
doubt.
about this recently. The games that they're touting ain't even from Sony. Sony and Microsoft have put out the same amount of games so far. It's just Microsoft doesn't have these Japanese games handed out to them for free. Phil Spencer's this poor motherfucker has to freaking pay for a plane ticket to Japan to talk to these motherfuckers to get these pieces of shit. You know?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I feel you on that. And as far as like the Sony exclusives that they keep touting though, from The Last Guardian, Gravity Rush, Tales of Berseria, I'm sure none of them has broken 200K yet. All right, and y'all got an install base of over 60 million consoles, and nobody is buying these Japanese whack ass games. All right, why? Because they look like they was made on a PlayStation 3, or some of them even look like PlayStation 2 graphics.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
it looks like
which is
PS2.
true. All right, that's why a lot of us
Oh
Xbox
my.
gamers don't want to pay $60, even if that shit was on our console. It's like, oh yeah, I'll wait for that shit to get on
But
sale.
you know how
I
they
only buy
I'm
some.
saying? I
get
ain't
them
trying to
weird
get
ass
that now.
Sony dudes like this down in the comment section.
Hey, you hear from the guy from Nears, right? You hear from the guy from Near. He was like, I would like to put Near on Xbox, but I don't think the PlayStation people gonna buy it. It's like we can do. So
I
he already
remember.
admitting this. You catching the L.
Yeah, and they made
Yeah.
Near with Scalebound's money. The money they got from Scalebound, they used that
Exactly.
for fucking Near.
And what was it? Japanese
Exactly, dude.
developers. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
man.
to these dumb motherfucking Sony fanboys' heads. These Japanese developers fucked us over with 720p games. Come on.
Yeah.
Man, you
Thing with
can't
the Hey
get
You
man,
Guys,
hey,
yo.
hey,
The
dude,
thing
you
with the
can't
Hey
get
You
to that
Guys,
Sony party
chill,
head, man.
One minute, Tuck. We'll get to you in a second. Yo, when you put up that Hey You Guys thing, it reminded me of the South Park episode with Xbox, the 360 versus the PlayStation 3, and all the kids is Xbox heads, and there was like this camp, there's like two people
Baby.
in the camp, and they was like PlayStation all by themselves and shit, man. I was like,
The
what?
only station, man.
Yo, I think we forgot Hiva, man. Hiva's got to go. He
No,
has to
no,
get
no, no.
stopped.
Everybody hasn't gone yet. Chill. Don't worry, man. I know he might have still there. But Tuck, I actually passed the mic to you earlier, but I guess you took an L for a second. All right. So, what are your thoughts on this supposed Zelda killer?
He ain't on the mic yet. He got back
Wasn't
off.
he just there?
Yeah, you didn't hear him say
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, you didn't hear him say
Oh
baby.
man. All right. Yo, Ebot, then what are your thoughts on the supposed Zelda killer?
I have a couple of points I want to point out.
All right, bring them shits up.
Oh, shit, he finna preach.
Uh,
Amen.
Well, look,
Do your thing.
first and foremost,
Get him.
Zelda is a IP that is a pedigree. It's been around. It's been a long. It's been out for a very long time, and it's earned its right to be praised and um, put in a pedestal the way that it has. And I want to be clear, I'm not a Zelda fan.
Preach on, brother.
You could ask J Long. I don't like Zelda like that. Matter of fact, the Zelda I like was the one that everybody basically hates, which is Majora's Mask. Now,
Just
that
to
being
interject real quick, Zelda is gaming royalty, people.
yes, absolutely,
ahead.
absolutely, very well put, absolutely. And again, am I saying Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have a potential to be in the same lore as Zelda? Maybe not, maybe yes. It depends. Only time will tell. But the fact that the originality is not there already made it start in the wrong direction. Every Zelda game, okay, and I'm not a Zelda fan, I'm going to reiterate, every single one that has ever come out always does something innovative and new. It always has. And you cannot argue with that. You can hate Nintendo all you want, but every Zelda game that is it Miyamoto or is it, I forget his name.
It's
Is it
Miyamoto, yeah.
Miyamoto? Jay,
For the
do you
most
know
part, yeah.
creator?
Not all of them, but he does.
Okay,
He's
Miyamoto
done
is
a lot.
always
Check this,
has
dude.
brought
You're
yeah, but
saying
he's
words like
always brought
innovative.
something new.
Hey, can I say one thing? No, I'm just gonna say when you say innovative and new to Sony fans, they don't understand those words. You gotta break that down to them.
Wow.
They just
I'm talking with adult and educated gamers at this point, so I'm hoping teach them something with what I'm saying. So basically, Zelda has always brought something new, innovative to gameplay and game style. Okay, now my problem is I'm very old. I've played a lot of games, and I'm not easily impressed. I do remember, if my mind recollects me correctly, that there was a game called Enslave that was the exact same time
Yes. Yes.
atmosphere as
Yes.
Horizon Zero Dawn, right? Or I'm wrong,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it
Okay.
was. Yes, it was.
It was post-apocalyptic in the future. He had a partner that he had to earn her trust because she was looking or she was imprisoned by these robots that we didn't know who was behind them or controlling them. And the robots were essentially animals. You had bears, you had tigers, you had wolves, all kinds of stuff. Okay, but the gameplay was single player and it was a lot more gameplay heavy. It had a lot of elements to it with weapons. The main character's name, matter of fact, was Monkey. And people didn't like the game. It got average scores, and this was coming right after they got highly praised, which is I'm talking about the developers Ninja Theory for Heavenly Sword on the PS3. Even though the fans didn't really like the game, it was praised by the media. So the pattern has kind of been there for quite some time. And if I'm mind serves me correct, also the only people that cared about Witcher or Witcher 2 rather last generation was Xbox gamers because it was only on the 360. It was never on the PlayStation 3. All of a sudden, everybody's a Witcher fan. We also have to remember that there were some guys from CD Projekt Red that went to visit Guerrilla Games, and I believe to help them with advisory in the development of the open world style for the game, or that they were trying to create for the game. So again, a Zelda killer, I highly doubt that. Now, as far as the critics, Giant Bomb was the same people that gave Quantum Break a 4. They gave Drive Club a better score than Forza Horizon. They said that Gears of War was dog shit because it was old. They even said the order was bad, but that's because they had no choice. Everybody was basically bashing the game. My point is, I am not going to trust any type of you got to duck. I'm not going to trust any type of media critics giving a game a review or giving it a 10 or whatever when they have scrutinized other games that clearly were not 4s or 6 or 5s, like Quantum Break and definitely Forza Horizon. Gamerbolt, by his very definition of what he said in his own review, I thought he was retarded or he lost his mind because he said the first 3.5 hours of the game was boring. And then after that, the game kind of finds itself. So by saying that alone, by default, the game cannot be a 10, and that's the score he gave it. So, to Chief's theory, can there be certain types of maybe incentives where they say, "Well, give it a good score and we'll help you out"? It might be. There's a reason why Adam Sandler left the industry, and that was one of the reasons what they say he did, because they were trying to force him to give game reviews a better review instead of giving his honest review.
Yeah.
But
And-
you see what Sony done? You see what Sony did too? All of a sudden they released their game.
Right,
They
right. Well,
released their game?
but didn't you see how they released the embargo
It's a thing on my dresser.
for the reviews a day before the release of Halo Wars 2?
Yeah, you see that usually they don't put their embargo. They don't take their embargo up. You see, all
Right.
of a sudden they took their embargo up because
Right.
why? They knew that
Wanted to
Halo
cover
was getting
Halo Wars.
steam, and then you got all these. I'm gonna call them paid journalists now. Even though they don't accept cash, but they accept gifts, so it's paid.
Right.
And you had them all this,
There's many
all
ways
this
to think
bullshit.
about it.
You know, and it's a damn shame. Like I said, I'm looking on raggedy ass Metacritic now. Dual Shockers, Ponyville, 100. Are you serious?
Well, they're all getting. Look, you got push, square, and X, right? You have
Oh yeah, Push Square
you have,
Ponyville all day.
You have GameSpot, people who said that they couldn't find the settings on the Xbox. So right there, you see that just the what you call it, the usual suspects, if you will. So to end my point, because I've already spoken enough, do I think Horizon Zero Dawn is a bad game? Absolutely not. Do I think Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be an average game and overhyped? Absolutely yes, because that's what it's been with every Sony game so far to this point. So that's my take.
Okay,
I
hey,
feel you
this
100%. I feel you
I'm just
100%
looking
on
at
that. Now, Tuck, since you're back in here, let's hear your opinions on the Zelda killer.
okay. See now, my boy Hebot want to give you the education version of the bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna give you the whole damn truth. I'm gonna give the people the real ordinary version of the bullshit. I'm gonna take a
Urban
roll.
style.
I'm gonna take a roll from my boy 100. Just keep it real, and that's it. Whatever that damn game, that piece of crap game is, man. Hey, I'm telling you, what has Sony done so far this year? Not a damn thing. So what? I mean, so you get all these damn critics out here giving this damn game a high ass score for what? For a bullshit ass reason. And the thing about it, the game not even out yet. So to me, when it comes down to it, I can't judge a game until I see it played on a screen or something like that. Until I hear one of y'all or until I hear somebody say that's pretty good. That's about all. But to me, it's full of shit. The media is full of shit. It's not even the game. It's just the media is just so damn biased. They just want to put their stamp on Sony's nuts so bad they sucking their nutsack so damn bad that they don't give a care. Well, I mean, have Microsoft done something to the media
No, we're
Where-
fighting a tough war.
where they just
Well,
don't get no respect at all?
I'll tell you something he bought. Like I was saying earlier with the gifts. A good example is when both the consoles were debuted on launch date. Several studios, YouTube
Media
studios,
outlets.
AGN, major outlets. All of a sudden, fucking brand new Sony monitors and cameras appeared in their studios.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like time, magic. Sony.
Didn't they get
At
PS4s
IGN?
with their names blazoned on it?
Yeah, every
Yup.
GameStop employee, and I can vouch for that because I have a
Yeah.
friend.
And
Okay.
IGN as
Hey,
well?
yeah, you know
They
what?
got,
You know what?
they got
This is what made-
all the employers PS4s with their names on it engraved.
Hey, yeah, this is what made me lose
They're
respect
giving
for
this- look, they're
IGN.
giving
Okay.
this stuff to media.
Hey,
Giving all
can I have?
this
Can
stuff
I say
everywhere.
something right quick? Can I say something?
Yeah.
What made me not respect? What made me respect? No, what made me don't respect IGN so much is that a day before, when they was doing their review of Son of Rome, everybody liked it. I sat there. I mean, they said the game was great. Then all of a sudden, when the game came out, they just give it bad ass reviews for no damn reason at all. So to me, I'm like, okay, you're gonna try and say this game is good, and you playing the video game, and you're gonna say it's good. Then all of a sudden, you're gonna say it's bad. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I lost all my respect for IGN and all of them folks. Right then and there, I'm just like, okay, make up your damn mind. So you sucking Sony nutsack, and that's all it is to it. So
Yeah.
like you said, I didn't know anything about the IGN. I mean, I didn't know anything about the Sony monitors and all that shit, but that explains it all now. So I'm done with that.
And I got another point to bring up, man. Like, is there a gaming degree? Like, what makes the media so much more important than us? Like, what makes their
No, just learning
more
how to write
important than us?
Well,
scripts.
they're
Like,
Learning how to
editors.
write.
Yeah.
why are they put in
Uh-huh.
a pet? Look, just because they know how to format an article better than we do, doesn't make their opinions,
Any more
any
No, it
more
valid?
important
doesn't.
than us. Why do they get to be put on a box of a review score? With Metacritic. People are putting reviews, basically other opinions, on pedestals and using them as facts. I just think that's sheepish.
Yeah.
Hey, I just read what US Gamer said. I'm gonna start fuck with them. They my new heroes. Shit.
They
They
Who?
kept
said
it
Who?
how
real. They kept it
US
real
Gamer
on
they
Reddit.
gave this they gave Horizon
And
Zero
it was
down
a
to
female
50.
that played it, right? It was
Yeah.
a female that
Yep.
played it
You know
too.
And
what?
she
You know
and she
what,
say this.
100? They're probably being
Yep.
honest
She said
more than
yeah.
anybody else.
And she said
Yo,
this: Horizon Zero Dawn is disappointing. It's a story I struggle to care about. It's completely a master. It's completely dumped. She said the protagonist is bland.
Right,
She
right.
said she
Story
wished.
was
She said
lackluster.
she said she wished she didn't get a review copy and waited with the rest of the world to play the shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. She's probably being really honest, to be honest with you.
no, she
And
is. She is. She was talking about that the story was young adult. All right, so we're talking Twilight people here. We're talking Twilight. All right, this ain't no fucking narrative masterpiece. All
That's the
right.
CW. You got the CW version.
Yeah,
talking
you
about,
got the CW
Alright.
version right
talking
here
about
going on. You know
Twilight.
what I'm saying?
Wow.
All right, but it's true though, man. I did read a lot of those reviews and whatnot.
Oh
And as
man.
far as the gameplay, it is reminiscent of a lot of Ubisoft's titles. All right, you got those bandit camps that you got to be sneaking into. All right, so it has light stealth mechanics. She really doesn't have any type of melee combat. All right, so you're fucking just tossing arrows, flicking arrows at people ad infinitum. All
And that's
right,
all.
that's it, man. And
Hey,
then the thing is
Kalaya, if I'm
that
not
think about all
mistaken,
the
didn't they
videos.
say
Think
that
about
the
all the videos that they showed on Horizon. Most of those videos were featuring what? The dinosaurs. They weren't showing the combat versus other human opponents. All right. And then there's another thing that's a flaw in the game that some sites actually talked about, and a lot of reviewers tend to have glossed over it. Is that when you're actually fighting a lot of these human opponents before you get to a boss battle, you're in a tight ass claustrophobic corridor. All right, plucking arrows at them from a fucking distance, right? And they tend to fuck you up, so you got to go run and hide, get your health back up, run back in, and start tossing more arrows at the motherfuckers down the damn corridor. All right,
right,
now it's kind
hey,
of fucking
Kalaya.
trippy. You got those big ass dinosaurs that are the towers in fucking, basically Far Cry. Same thing as for the fucking buildings in Assassin's Creed. In order to open up new levels of the fucking map, right? And then when you actually get down and busy, the cutscenes are fucking twitchy. All right, those aren't fucking Class A cutscenes. This ain't even Uncharted, people. All right, the cutscenes are amateurish. All right, basically they're amateurish at best. All right, fucking Gears of War 4 destroys Horizon Zero Dawn when it comes to cutscenes easily.
Right.
All right. And yet they're touting this like it's a Zelda killer. What happened with all the killers before? What happened with fucking Killzone being the Halo killer? What happened with fucking the Order 1886 being the Gears of War killer? What the
Drive
fuck
Club
happened to
being the Forza
Drive
killer.
Club being the fucking Forza Horizon killer, people?
Right, right.
None of them fucking titles killed shit. All you motherfucking ponies
That's
ended up
right.
falling flat on your motherfucking faces. All right, don't y'all
Right.
see how stupid and gullible you people is? Sony hypes up something, and automatically you want to start hanging from their nutsacks in order to stamp your fucking tattoo on it, man. What the fuck, man? That's what all these
You right
media
about
sites are
that.
doing, so they could get their fucking publication on the back of a Sony fucking exclusive box. So like that, more people will have more clicks on their fucking websites, man. I
Hey,
mean,
Right.
that's my
And you know,
$2 worth.
and you know
hey,
one thing, and you know one thing I really don't get. This is
It's
one
a
thing I don't get. The media is just. I mean, it's just like what Bones said. That one lady sound like she's correct on everything on this game. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be a dry
being
out,
honest.
boring ass, what you call that, a repetitive ass game, do the same damn thing, and that's it. And then after people get done with it, they gonna trade that damn bitch in, and that's
In
it.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. That
Man,
shit.
they ain't even trading. They red boxing the motherfucker. They ain't buying the shit. Them
Oh,
broke
I forgot
motherfuckers
about
over
red
there.
boxing.
Fuck them.
Hey, hey,
I forgot
They
about
game
that,
flying
Bone.
and red boxing.
hey, Kalida, I
Fuck
have
Forgot
a
them.
about that,
question. real
Bone.
quick.
I forgot about that.
I have
What
a
happened?
question.
What happened? He bought.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The same girl, didn't she say something to the extent of that the gameplay gets frustrating because the weapons feel underpowered
Yeah.
or something like
She
that?
did say that. She did
Right.
say that
Oh,
as well.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's a big
She
problem.
she wasn't feeling it, and this is a female. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Playing a game with a femelle protagonist,
Oh,
right?
no,
And
the
she
girl from
wasn't feeling
IGN
this
said that
shit.
that made her want to go play the game back all over again. I'm like, how? You the Bloodborne effect again?
Man, that girl sound like she ain't never played. She just started playing gaming in 2000 and
Yeah,
motherfucking 16.
Yeah.
Shit, she don't know no better. She ain't played no Gears. She ain't played no Killzone. She ain't played none of that. She fresh out of fucking college and
Yeah.
don't know and just got a job. She needed a job. Fuck out of here. Matter of fact, why can't get
Most
what
of these
Destiny
reviewers are.
why Destiny Gary couldn't review it?
Hey, Miss
Obviously.
100, you just basically named. I mean, you just basically described most reviewers. Most reviewers, straight out of college, just got a editorial degree or some shit. Don't even play video games, but look, they offering a job, so they take the job. They start playing games for the first damn time in their life. If they shit, first of all, they're not gaming hobbyists. They haven't been gaming their whole lives. They don't have any passion. They don't care. They don't know what's new.
Yep.
When they don't care about the thing that they're talking about, they don't care if somebody hands them money to give it a good review. They don't care if
Of
they're
course
supposed to
not.
shit on it. They'll do, in fact, they'll do whatever they're told because they don't have any preconceived, ideas about anything. Get
Hey,
me?
hey, and then you know what? And also you got some creditors that do credit. I mean, that do credit on these games, and that's not even that type of game. That's not
Oh
even
yeah,
the
yeah,
type of
yeah.
game
Oh
they
yeah,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
like to play.
I've seen
Yeah.
people who
So
don't
I'm
like
like,
racing games review a racing game. How much sense does that even make in the first place? Like what?
Yeah,
Like
the dude who reviewed Gears Ultimate and gave it a 4 or whatever, he doesn't like third-person shooters.
what people need listen. You need to
And for
understand.
Uncharted 4, the guy who reviewed Quantum Break doesn't like third-person shooters, but they gave a guy who likes third-person shooters to review
Exactly.
Uncharted 4.
So the point
Absolutely.
is,
Yeah,
Yeah.
these
absolutely.
people are less qualified than you are, than we are.
They
For what
are.
I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Listening,
Only
you need to
difference
know
is they know how to write an editorial
down
piece. That's the
probably
only
know
Exactly.
difference.
less than you do about video games, and yet they're
You know what?
getting paid to write reviews on this software, and that's embarrassing. But
And
that's
they don't
what
pay
that's
for
what.
the games.
Yeah.
Like you have to
No.
be, like you have
Oh yeah.
to pay your
Hey,
$60 for me to
no,
take you
same here.
seriously. If you get a game for free, I'm not taking your opinion seriously because you won't feel ripped off either way because you got a free game.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, like my boy, what's called my boy, Halo Cannon. I follow him all the time. He comes with the real, cause I'm a Halo fanatic. He broke down Halo Wars 2. He said you're missing the video. I got it from free for 343, but that didn't stop his opinion, cause he says he's a gamer all day, every day. He said, yeah, this is the loading times, fuck up and stuff like that. You heard like, okay, you're really reviewing this game.
Yeah.
But he don't have. I'll listen to him, and he don't even have a gaming degree. He got more subscribers, but he don't have a damn degree in motherfucking journalism. Like I said, shit, you might as well put me on IGN. You know what? You know what I'm saying?
You'll do a better
Let me
job.
let me get
I'll
an
watch it.
Xbox. Let me get an Xbox shit. I try to cut my cussing down. I was saying frack and you know what I'm saying, mother flood plucker, some shit like that. But other than that, I'm gonna keep it short. Like, come on, man. You know, you got me here with you know what we call y'all ponies over here, huh? You know, but Sony was like, get rid of him. Please get rid of him. Get
Yep.
rid of him. That's why I'm going over here to Funhouse. Fuck y'all, cause I can cuss and fuss, and I don't give a fuck. See, that's what rural people see. We're just as good as them now. We
Now we're
dissect
better.
these games.
you're
We
probably better.
you know, I just don't write. I like to talk. I'm a visual person. I don't like to sit there and write. I hate it writing. I got to write this damn
We're better.
essay.
We just don't
You
got the
know,
sources they do.
yeah. You know,
Because they got
if I get
freaking
a free
people giving them
game,
scoops and shit. We
yeah,
don't
I
got
got a
that.
free game. I can say, oh, I got this free game. You know, I got this free game. Shit, I'm gonna tell you the truth about it. Like, man, this shit is some bullshit.
Once
You
you
know,
lose the feel of the essence of what gaming is all about and just worry about the politics of it, you should no longer be, doing any type of review for games. That's the way I see it.
Well, the problem is, yeah, and once you start receiving free games, you become beholden to these motherfuckers because you want like once they give you a free game, they expect a good score, and you know if you don't give this free game a good score, they're never going to send you shit again. That's just how it works. So
That's
your
true.
opinions of people who paid for games and bought these games, those are the people you should be listening to, not this bullshit media, these stupid journalists. Most of these aren't even gamers.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Like, real people who I used to talk to, and I talk to real people, and guess what? It's almost opposite of what you see on YouTube and on IGN and all these places. I talk to people about Horizon that own PlayStations, and most of them have no fucking concern to buy that game. Like they don't even know what it is. They're like, "What?" I've talked to four people who these are people who are average gamers, the kind of casual PlayStation owner, that just buys a console, doesn't play all the time. They're completely unaware of this game. And when I showed it to them, they looked at absolutely zero interest on their face. That's all I'm trying to say. And
Hey,
this
you
is
know
the
what's funny?
average audience looking at this game, and they own PlayStations. They're not being biased. They looked at it. I said, "What do you think of this?" Looks average. I was like, "Well, can you believe this is getting tens and this is getting all these scores?" And they looked at it again. And it was like, "It looks like it plays like a Ubisoft game." You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, right? Is this? Do you want to go get this? Like, this is the new PlayStation exclusive. And they looked at it again, was like, "Nah, man, that really don't interest me." That is what I'm hearing from real people, but it's opposite when you go to YouTube or to
Yeah.
IGN. It's like, "Oh, this game is amazing." And it's
Well,
just
It's funny because I
it's
was
like
talking to my pony friend. This dude was telling me he was swearing up and down, yo, Mag is gonna kill Halo. Hayes was gonna kill Halo. This generation, as a pony, diehard pony, this motherfucker's he owns a Sony TV, a Sony record player, Sony everything. The PS4 has been the most disappointing generation for this guy. Uncharted 4 was the only thing to get this guy excited.
Well,
That's the
those are
only
the
week I
real.
saw him happy.
Those
That's
are
the
the real
only week he
Sony.
was happy with that PS4. Everything was a disappointment for his guy. And he
Those are
played
the real
Gravity Rush
Sony.
2, the only game Sony dropped this year, and he's like, nah, that's not even a $60 game. I'm not even gonna buy that. And I'm thinking about buying an Xbox One S for the Blu-ray player. This is a pony. A true Sony guy who praised all these flops last generation and said they were gonna kill Halo and was wrong every fucking time. He's realizing Sony's bullshit.
well,
That's
it's
true.
like
That's
we
true.
did a podcast on Kano's broadcast Monday not this Monday, but 2 Mondays ago. And we talked about how do people need to listen to the critics, or do people just need to listen to people who actually play the game, and give a true opinion about the
Real
game
talk. Real
instead of
gamers never listen
just
to critics' opinion. That's always been
uh,
us. Real gamers, we've never ever listened to critics to
right,
base our judgment on the
right,
game. That's a
right,
fact.
right,
Dude, if we
right.
would have
But
listened to
Unless it's like
critics, none of us would have
Splatoon
played
or
Recore. All right?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
right, but
Exactly.
we just talked about that, and we all said the same doggone thing. We should go by people who actually play the game instead of these damn critics.
Right.
Even but we know these Sony ponies gonna go by the critics no matter what, because that's how they are. Now
All they
us
talk
as
about
a
is sales
panel,
upon
it's
sales upon
fair.
sales upon sales.
That's
Yes,
the only
sir.
thing they
But
can talk
but
about because their
but
games ain't all that.
Yep.
us as a panel, we don't go by the critics and all that stuff.
Now we play games
That's
over
one.
here.
Yeah, we play games.
But
Well, hey,
you're gonna get an honest
hey,
opinion when you're paying $60 for a game
Right.
as opposed to getting it free.
hey,
You
Tucker.
should.
There's no way around it.
You
Hey,
really should.
if you want to know, Tuck, who the phonies are, man. I mean, the biggest phonies are up there at the top of the media, but the even bigger phonies are the ones that repeat the shit they say.
Yeah,
That's true.
basically, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
there was a lot of things to talk about the Zelda killer. Now, before we move on, does anybody got anything to add to the Zelda killer?
I have one more thing to say. I'm gonna say this right here. You dig what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna say. Right? To all the developers and publishers out there that want to get true reviews, come holler at us.
Hey,
Simple.
hey, and Tuck, this is
That's
for you,
real. That's
man.
real.
And all you motherfuckers who think that cookie cutter ass piece of shit Ubisoft knockoff Horizon Zero Fun is good, you can take that game and shove it up your candy ass.
You know what they're gonna say to you, right, Chief? They're gonna
Damn,
say
you
that.
retro, chief.
That's how they're gonna talk to you, Chief.
Oh man, I like that, Chief. I like that, Chief.
All
I
right.
like that. You got my back on that one, Chief. You got my
Yeah.
back on that one.
That was dope. That was dope. All right, so the next thing on the itinerary is actually Ryan McCaffrey's ass. All
Oh,
right, that dude from
Oh, man.
IGN talking about there's not enough kids in Xbox exclusive games. All right, he just saying that he was just pointing that out. But I want to toss the mic to you, Jay Long, because you was actually you showed some interesting Twitter tweets that had me bugging.
Yeah. Okay, so me, Hebot, and Chief, we've talked about this a lot. How Sony, they're just using the kids. They're putting kids in these fucked up circumstances to tug on the heartstrings and to appeal to the parent gamers who grew up with the PS1.
And the girls.
And they're repeating and copy and pasting this Last of Us. What isn't really a Last of Us thing because I Am Alive did it first.
Yes.
The Last of Us plot point of having
So did Amy.
a child with them in a fucked up situation with a dad and putting it in all their games. God of War. Since when was Kratos walking around with the little kid in God of War? Why are you shoehorning
When Kratos had the time to get some
babysitting
pussy.
in God of War?
And why does he only have one kid? Shouldn't Kratos have like 100 kids by now?
Oh,
Fuck
yo,
everybody.
For real.
All of a sudden he
bro,
got
for real.
only so he got sterile. He didn't get he got unsterile after he killed. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking went the gods. The fuck
Yeah.
out of here, man.
And these people are the same ones talking about variety. Yet all their games
Variety.
have to have a fucking little kid.
It's the same
Yeah, you
gimmick
want-
over and over.
And you want Xbox to copy PlayStation? Shouldn't you want both companies to do something different if you own both consoles?
Yeah.
All right, that's the fucked up thing. But one question I'm gonna pose is why doesn't Xbox have any underage lesbian games like The Last of Us? What's next? That's probably gonna be the next question they ask. Because that sounds like
Hey.
what they want.
Hey, by the way, I'm a lesbian too, so all the lesbians out there, let me in.
It's such a stupid little nitpick to point out. Like it's like why doesn't Sony have any good multiplayer games? Why don't you ask that, Ryan?
Yeah, I
Like,
know, right?
Which is more
That's a very
important.
good thing to ask.
Hey,
Very
Lord.
good point.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Ghost, let's go with you, man. I haven't heard you in a minute, man. What do you think about this?
I gotta hear
McCaffrey,
Ryan McCaffrey,
fucking undercover pony.
the undercover pony. Come on, man. That dude, man, is just an ass sniffer, man. That's all he do is ass sniff Sony so much. They need to pull him out with a crowbar, man. I'm telling you, bro. That motherfucker is crazy. I can't wait to Phil Spencer just bring out that console that's just gonna smash Sony's console and the power. I just want to see what he got to say because all of them's gonna get exposed.
Yeah, no
All
doubt,
them
man.
motherfuckers should be exposed. And for your Xbox YouTubers out there, man, if y'all feel like it, start pulling their cards. Because they got exposed out there, man. There's a lot of Sony YouTubers out there that was putting up videos, and they're going to get exposed real soon.
Yeah, they're gonna get exposed like a motherfucker, man. And
Oh, that's
trust
why-
me, there's gonna be a reckoning. There's gonna be a reckoning.
yeah.
It's
We
gonna be
gonna
coming
fuck
this
them up.
E3. All right, everybody wants Microsoft to show their cards now, but that ain't happening. Y'all gotta wait. Be patient.
Oh, hell no.
You gotta wait.
I want to wait for that, man, because for some reason, it's always bad luck, guys. Our shit get leaked out for some reason. It kills the buzz.
See, that's why I try not to listen to something like I fuck with crap all day, but when you talking about leak UI, I'm not watching that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I want to be surprised.
Yeah,
I might jump on that shit real quick, thumb that shit up, and get off. Like, oh, I don't want to hear it.
I want to be
You know what I'm saying?
surprised about
Don't
everything.
send me no leaked documents. Cause I'm gonna put you on blast. Quit sending this shit to me, Jason Footworth. I don't want to see that shit.
I feel you, man. There's like too many leaks going on and shit. When y'all should just be patient and wait for the actual shows, man.
Yo,
Don't
come
want
on.
to see leak shit either.
You know
what
what's
I'm
deep,
saying?
though? The
What?
Sunday. It's going to be on Sunday, bro. So you know Microsoft is going to OD. You know they got something up their sleeve, man.
And you see, Bethesda got mad about that shit though too.
They going to take the stage.
They got Bethesda got mad, but I'm like, Bethesda, how you gonna get mad? Because I heard EA did it last year, but EA didn't have it like on where you can watch it. They just had it like a fan fest, so you got to
Yeah.
play everything early on play everything for you put on the show for, and it was open to the public. To me, people didn't
Right.
know. But Bethesda is pissed because they gotta wait till when Microsoft finish. See, it doesn't count. People don't understand. I tell people this too, and I was trying to tell other people. Microsoft can go as long as they want, even on Monday. They do it for common courtesy to each other to make people drive around town. That's all the reason they do it. Otherwise, they'll go for 2 hours if they wanted to. But people's like, well, they need to show it off first. You don't need to show me shit. You need to just bring that motherfucker. Soon Killer Phil come on stage. This is Xbox, whatever the fuck you call it. Boom, boom, boom. Price. Boom, boom, boom. Matter of fact, and this show Forza Horizon 7. Boom. 4K. 60 frames per second natively, and let it run, and then have somebody on a regular Xbox One S playing it, and then have somebody on the PC playing it, and then have somebody on the OG Xbox One, and have them jump in seamlessly, just going to war, and show you the different visuals. Microsoft ain't dumb.
Yo,
They gonna come out like man. That's gonna kill. You can show. Man, you can go show me motherfucking My Little Pony after that shit. I don't care. I was to drop the mic, man. Show me I don't even care. It's on. I'm over here. I'm right there on Amazon hitting click. I'm hitting right there on Amazon. Click. I want this. I want that. My old lady gonna be mad because she ain't getting nothing for Christmas. I gotta about to get all this shit.
One for my wife and one for me.
Dedication.
Now, let me ask you this, fella. What is that name of that big old fat, greasy, four-eyed guy that worked for IGN? He left, but then he came back.
Who?
Who, the nerd? Yeah, the nerd.
The one that be on Brian McCaffrey's on that Xbox that Xbox bullshit when he in there with all the ponies.
Yeah, that big old fat greasy.
Oh, fat greasy. I don't know because I don't watch too much IGN no more.
Talking about the dude that look like butter.
Funny game guy, whatever his name.
Cause I know old boy with the glasses, but he ain't fat. I forgot his name, but he, you know what I'm saying, he looked like he's straight off the Revenge of the Nerds.
I mean, is he the one that lost a lot of weight because he was big?
Oh no, I don't know about him. Oh no, you watch too much IGN.
Something McGregor.
Shaggy, right? Ryan McCarthy. Shaggy.
He's talking about,
Yeah, that's Shaggy.
He said fat.
Oh, that's Shaggy? The Scooby Snake?
No, yeah, Shaggy. No,
Oh yeah,
Shaggy just trying to
riding Sony.
Yeah, but see, this is amazing with Shaggy. Shaggy worked for Xbox Magazine. He was the head motherfucker. When I went through the 360, that motherfucker was actually the Major Nelson of Xbox. You didn't see Major Nelson.
He just was hurt that he probably got fired or something went
But
wrong.
now he's asking for kids though. I want to know what happened.
Matter of fact, they need to go check his police record. You know what I'm saying? He ain't around San Francisco looking for kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Playing with pedophiles.
Why do you want to see a kid shoot somebody in the face?
I think he got jealous, Ryan McCaffrey, because they offered Frank O'Connor the position over at Bungie. All right, and he ain't get offered shit. All right, he got offered IGN.
Well, no, I heard at the time IGN wanted him bad, and IGN paid him some money. Nice money. Paid him some nice money.
But it's kind of messed up to pay money for a guy that doesn't really know what all the Xbox exclusives are. He was only there at the Xbox magazine for the paycheck, because even the dude at IGN asked him about Phantom Dust. He's like, "Oh, I never played it." Wait a minute,
I remember,
you ran the official Xbox magazine, and you ain't know what Phantom Dust was? Really? Man, I know he only there for the fucking paycheck.
Like he is now. Sony got him in his pocket, but he's like he's an Xbox dude.
No, like I say, and see, that's why I say it's a reason why I'm not an Xbox executive. If it's an opening, I would like to take it, because I will give these motherfuckers that smoke. I ain't trying to be like next gen, give you that gas. I'm give you that
got a
smoke.
job offer, right, Chief? To work at Microsoft, right?
Yeah. Actually, I know a person that's actually doing. They're actually how can I say without saying something? They actually it's a studio at Microsoft, and they actually outsourced with them, and they're actually working. I can say the game. I don't want to say the game. It's a game that we already know, and he's working on it.
Okay.
And he showed, and the only thing he did was he made a model of one of the Xbox executives. They told him to put in an application, and bam.
Well, Crackdown?
No,
Say
ain't
it,
Crackdown.
Say it, man.
Halo. It's Halo.
What?
Right.
But I don't know nothing about. He can't tell me nothing about it. I know that's what he's.
Because I know Jeff Bartram, Doc Cupcake. He's in Crackdown.
Yeah, model.
Yeah, like all the cut scenes for Killer Instinct. That's That's my
Maximilian.
boy to do the Maximilian. I know he does that, but his contract is more lax than Max. Because Max actually, you know what I'm saying, is not actually he just doing cutscenes and stuff like that. He actually helping working on the game. And he's working on his own game at the same time. So he's trying to bring out a game. So, you know, I don't have inside sources, but I got sources that's inside of the sources. But, you know, I don't want him to tell me shit. I want you to, you know, I'm proud of some, you know, I love to talk to people, you know, people that we game with every night that's, you know, Microsoft is moving up. Like I said in my video, I don't see no motherfucking Yoshida, you know what I'm saying, Andrew House, and none of them bum ass motherfuckers over there at Sony talking to the community.
Nah.
Andrew House is over there with your money, you know what I'm saying, eating teas and crumpets and shit, fucking hookers and snorting cocaine.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's where they show up to their things. You don't see none of them guys interact with their community, but they can tell you you don't need EA access. They can say you don't need a 4K Blu-ray player.
Yep.
They can tell you that.
Shit.
Oh, you don't need that,
Yeah,
but
they
we're gonna
said-
charge you the same price. But what Microsoft get, you don't need it. You don't need it. We got all these games. We got all these games that I know you're not going to buy. You know, I got my man up here e-begging. Know what I'm saying?
Dragon Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got e-begging. Yeah, we already. I don't want to talk about that motherfucker right there. That motherfucker right there, man. Quit
E3.
e-begging, dog. E-begging.
E3.
Wow.
He got a job offer from her.
You pay
Microsoft.
pay back your debt. Before you start e-begging again, you got to pay back your
Oh
debt.
shit. Oh shit.
Wow.
Pay back your debt.
Crazy.
Pony kickstarting.
Yep, Pony
Oh,
Kickstarter. That's
Pony
what you call it.
Kickstarter.
Not
Pony
Shade pointed
Kickstarter.
out something in the thing. They still can't change their gamer tag.
No, why?
Sony says they
only
don't need to
reason
do that.
only reason they can change their
No.
gamer tag when they want to get rid of your gamer tag, like they did that guy that's a Muslim that had that gamer tag for years. Then all of a sudden they want him to change it. They want him. They actually told him he can change it, and they didn't tell him he could change it. And they was gonna take all his digital games off. Sony's customer service is dog shit.
Word.
They're not even open on the weekends.
Yo, that shit is dog shit, man. My little cousins was like, yo, you was right, cuzzo. It's dog shit. I had that shit for like 3 years. He's down with Xbox again. I'm glad. Give my little cousin a round of applause.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
How you got
applause.
people that you getting hacked? You got people getting hacked. Having PSN for a month and you getting them. And luckily, they only had PSN cards. Luckily. They don't even tell you. I actually had my Xbox account almost been hacked. Microsoft told me to change my password. Somebody's doing some, like, they, you know.
They told you
I
that.
didn't
too.
I didn't
Look at all
hit
those
their,
games.
they hit my phone, they hit my email, they hit anything they had communication with me. Hey, I think your account is vulnerable. Please change your password. But Microsoft don't get no credit for that shit.
Nope, they don't.
I don't get nothing.
Because
But Sony does.
Hey,
Sony
Bone-
does this shit. And fuck that shit.
Hey, Bone, because
Hey, don't tell people my alias, man. Don't tell people my
Well,
alias, man. I'm trying to-
Mr. 100, well, Mr. 100, you know, like the other day when you told me about what Microsoft did for you, when you wanted to get the Horizon 2 early, you know the
what I wanted to get
Halo
Halo Wars 2, and I bought the wrong. I bought the $60 one and the
Right.
then the $79 version.
Right.
Oh, I had no problems with it. They said we're gonna refund it. And they stayed on the phone with me to make sure my purchase went through.
The same thing
That's
happened.
what's up. That's good customer service, man. That's
They was
The
like,
same
they
thing-
was like, check your account right now and see if it's refunded. I said,
This
oh,
one
okay.
guy-
I looked at it like, okay, I got my shit back. I said,
One
okay.
guy, he tried to do the same thing with the Sony, and Sony. You know what Sony told him? You gotta wait till the game come out.
wow.
Other words,
Wow.
he wasn't. I mean, because he just wanted to get another. You know, he wanted to get it. Get a version of the game for Sony, and they told him that you had to wait till the game to come out. So you got to wait for you get to download content later on. Because he wanted to get it with
Downloadable content.
yeah. So he had to wait.
While you talk, I'm just gonna scroll through these no games that we have. What's it?
Yeah, no games, guys.
Oh, we have no games.
We don't have no games, and we don't have no good customer service.
Look at these games.
That's what's up.
That's like over
Yo,
100
Kano,
games
what you
right
think?
there, bro.
Look at my collection.
Shit.
You cannot go wrong with you cannot go wrong with Xbox customer service at all.
Look at this. Hey, look at the last 3 games I played. Halo, Gears, and Killer Instinct. Oh, and what was I playing in the last 7 days? We got Batman. Shit, we got Telltale Batman and fucking Awesome City. We got Sonic All Star Racers, Grand Theft Auto. Look at this shit. And we got no games. The last 30 games, look what I'm doing. Look at that. Oh shit. Battlefield, Record, Portal 2, Forza Horizon 3, UFC 2, Gears of
Yeah.
War, The Witcher. Man, we got no games. All right, while y'all talk, I'm just gonna keep scrolling through all these games we don't have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
So,
That
man.
as a
was
matter
good,
of fact,
bro.
Chief, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, Chief, what's your opinions on Ryan McCaffrey? I want to hear your opinion on this.
But
On this Ryan
Shaggy,
McCaffrey. Yeah, on Shaggy.
I mean, dude, look, you look at it like
It was
this.
Shaggy.
IGN, they just needed to hire. They needed to hire an Xbox guy. They didn't really have one, so they just offered him the job. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I agree with you.
Anyone else have something to say about the
100%.
little kid shit? And
Yo,
First off,
Bebop or Gamer.
I think he's a pedophile for saying that bullcrap what he just said.
Yeah.
He's so far up your shit is behind. He's chewing dirty berries.
Dirty bit.
You know what I mean? So
Now that's
who's
a
gonna?
Switcherachi.
That's a
Flipperachi.
super flipperachi right there, fella.
Flipperachi,
Yeah, we're gonna call him Flipperachi Ryan right there. Yeah. But it doesn't you know. I don't understand how you gonna talk about putting children on a game. That just make you sound like you're a pedophile looking at child porn or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense. Why you say that?
Yeah,
It does make sense.
it's a trend. It's a trend. Every PlayStation exclusive now has a kid in it, and I don't understand the trend. Like I said, the only way I can see it is a bunch of fat guys in suits sit around a boardroom, and they're like, "Oh, okay, let's look at our demographics. According to our statistics, our demographic of players have grown up with PlayStation. They're about in the 30s, so most of them have kids. If not, they're weirdos that fantasize about them. So we need to put some kids in there because this demographic will relate to our games better if we have kids and family stuff in here, and a game that's not for kids and not for family. And then who knows, maybe the kids might be encouraged to play it because it has a kid in there. So we're going to tackle 2 demographics at once. We'll put a kid in there, get the kids playing, put a man in there with a kid, so the fathers out there can relate. And this is all a bunch of marketing BS, just trying to get you to buy a game. And I just think it's stupid. I mean, like, to me, I don't really, if I'm playing an adult game, I don't really want to see kids running around. I guess it is important to the story, but when you just keep putting kids in a game every single, it's like, all right, now it's a gimmick. It's not. It was a good story element, but when you do it every game, it's a gimmick. It's become a gimmick. It's like,
Look, if I can give
all
my,
the games look
my
the
2
same.
cents real quick,
It's
Chief.
just repetitive, in my opinion.
Not true. I feel you on that, man. It does seem like it is a gimmick. All right. And what's trippy is like what J Long pointed out earlier. You want to actually want Microsoft to do the same thing that Sony is doing? I mean, come on. Microsoft has tried to carve their own way with their own exclusives.
Right.
Sony has been hanging from Microsoft's nutsack, if anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because they tried to make a whole bunch of first-person shooters that failed to be a Halo killer. They tried to do a game that was reminiscent of Gears of War, which also failed and flopped. They tried to do a game like Forza Horizon, which was Drive Club, and they even closed the motherfucking studio down after the fact because the shit was dog shit. Right? So, and now you're telling me that y'all want Microsoft to do a single-player based game with a kid. All right, why should Microsoft copy Sony? I like what they're doing so far, carving their own way. That's where we get shit like Crack now, Sea of Thieves, Cuphead, Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean, things that's out the box.
And 15
right?
other games that they didn't even announce yet.
Yeah.
Hey, but Kaleidoscope, what's your avatar? Hang on, Kaleidoscope, what's your avatar? Ain't that Mike Max in the Brotherhood? Ain't that a kid
Max
game?
and the Curse of Brotherhood, and that's the
I saw
little
somebody
kid
on
right
Twitter
there.
put that shit. And I'm like, ain't that got a kid in it? I consider
yeah,
Rain Man it's a
not
kid
an
game.
That's not an adult game with a kid in it. That's a family game with a kid in it. We're talking about adult games.
Exactly.
For adults. Okay.
Yeah, because like, why is there a kid in God of War?
It's not the fact of having a kid. It's just you keep doing it, and come on. After a while, you realize this is
It's
a
kind of
gimmick.
a fetish right now.
It,
Listen,
Like seeing a
it
kid in
is. It
a
is,
fucked up
man.
environment, like why? Just why?
Bunch of
Listen,
pedophiles.
if I can put my 2 cents real
Yeah.
quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ebot.
Listen, if you add a child to the gameplay story where it makes sense and it's in good taste, then fine,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Remember, this generation, one of the first games we started, like Mr. 100 pointed out, and shout outs to B Shadows because he pointed out on Twitter today, was Max Curse of the Brotherhood. He's trying to save his little brother, and the game was a lot of fun. There's been games doing this for a very long time. Games like Amy, games like
I'm alive.
I'm alive. Ryan McCaffrey's point was he basically was trying to say that because of the fact that parents that are growing up that have been growing up with gaming that are having kids of their own now, it gives a sense of drama and really emotional value in the story. But my point to him, which I told him, is if it's going to promote sexual preferences between teenage girls, I don't want to see that. That's number one. No
So
thanks.
they have done in their games. They've had
Not right,
girls making out in their games, and
right,
that,
right, right.
You would
Even in some of
you
those,
get arrested, but yet it's okay in a
even in
video.
some of the weird Japanese niche titles, right? But that's something that Japan embraces. They think all that is okay. They find that normal. They don't find that insulting or weird. They think it's funny.
They think it's funny.
Now, to that point, listen, I know for a fact. Basically, what you're telling me is the story of of Dominic, right? With Marcus, where he lost his wife and his son. When you saw him find his wife, and when he died and gave his life to save his friends. Spoiler alert: whoever haven't played it, you're a fucking retard. But besides the point, um, uh, was it emotional? I think it doesn't get any more emotional than that. Or now
Yeah.
with the new gears, with the daughter and the grandmother and the mother. Not to spoil that since it is newer. Um, and even things like Ori. Ori's basically a child that's raised by
Yep.
this other animal in the forest that found them, and Ori's a baby, and the animal for some reason the mother figure ends up dying, and he's trying to figure out the answers why. Okay, very emotional with just little dialogue. So I don't understand why Ryan is pointing out as if Microsoft games have no substance or emotional value
Because they're not jamming it in there. They're not forcing it.
right. They're doing it, but they're doing it in good taste. In other words, they're doing it when it's
It makes
needed
sense.
and not oversaturating it. Just like in the Gears commercial when they showed JD Phoenix as a baby running to his father Marcus. And it worked. It was effective. It had over 18 million views. You see what I'm saying?
That's dope.
What's that game that's coming out that's not even out yet? I mean, the man with the baby. I mean, the game ain't even
Death
out.
Stranding.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Death
that's
another game that's not even out yet. That's
That's
another
weird
example.
because he basically is emphasizing that the man had the baby.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
the
saying? That's something
C-section scar and
completely
shit.
That's some
different.
nasty
That's not-
shit.
Creepy.
That's some
What
nasty shit.
type of freaky deaky type weird
Uh,
shit?
Where the
Nasty
fuck, where the
shit.
fuck
Keep
is the
that-
baby coming
Unless
out?
they're-
Out his
That
ass?
The
motherfucker.
baby shooting
That
out
that
his
shit need
ass?
to. That shit need to be region locked.
The baby came
That
out
shit
of
need
his
to be
stomach.
region
You
locked.
saw the umbilical cord.
Yeah,
It's shaped like a
it's
cross.
obviously-
Don't-
Yeah, I know.
It don't
He
need
got- it's a
it.
man with a
Belly button.
It
C-section.
ain't
Look,
explaining. It
look.
don't need explaining. It's a naked man laying there with a baby, and it's just another example out of like 10 now.
That's weird.
That's the weirdo part. It's like
Well, it was like it was,
it's a
you know,
repetition. It's having it forced and jammed into every game is the odd thing.
like I said, Ryan McCaffrey works for an outlet that is Sony eccentric. Ryan McCaffrey is pretty much working for check to check at this point. He's afraid to lose his job. I will call him out if he tries to deny that. I have a feeling he doesn't speak his mind because he needs a paycheck, and I can't hate him for that. But at least have your dignity. Just keep your mouth
Well,
shut.
Adam Sessler had his dignity, and they made an example out of him.
You know what I mean? Because
They
Adam
threatened that
Sessler
nigga wife
left
and his
right
kids.
after Infamous. He reviewed Infamous. Sony didn't want him to show certain parts of the games. They didn't want him to say certain things.
right,
Had it, and he gave it like a 7, or he gave it a 7, which is what it deserved in my opinion. It was, and it's 7. People get the review scale
cool.
fucked up. 7 is good.
Yeah,
People forget that.
and that's what that
And,
Horizon
and Sony fans harassed him. And he
Yeah,
alluded
yeah,
to
yeah,
Sony
I
fans
remember.
attacking his wife.
I
Apparently,
remember that. Yeah.
like he resigned and said, "Oh, my wife threatened my family or some shit." I remember this. Correct me if
That's
I'm
some
wrong.
shady shit.
Oh,
Right after
I wouldn't know.
Infamous, he's talking about his family getting
You're
threatened,
talking about
and in
Adam
the review,
Sessler,
he's
right?
bashing Sony
Yeah.
for being so uncooperative.
J Long, are you
Like,
talking about Adam Sessler?
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
he's
Adam
talking
says.
about. Alan
Yeah,
Sessler.
yeah. Adam Sessler. That's
Yep.
why he left. He said it. I left because gaming has gone in a different direction, and I don't like it. He said it.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
Yo, I want to
Yeah,
point
he
out
said it.
something that Chief mentioned earlier, though, about the kids, that it's all a fucking gimmick. Think about the God of War series. There were 4 God of War games with no kids in it. All right, it was
5.
all adult oriented. Now all of a sudden you got a kid. So what are you fans trying to tell us? What are you ponies trying to tell us? What are the Xbox that are deluded trying to tell us? That the next Halo game should have a kid with a handgun in his hand in order to go around blasting people?
Word.
I'm just saying,
Well, I
man,
mean, the
that just
God of
don't
War
make no
element.
fucking
You gotta
sense. If it
understand, man.
makes sense to the story, then yes, do
Scope,
it.
remember.
But if it has nothing to do with the story, why the fuck is a kid gonna be in something like that?
Right, right. Scope, remember one of the
Yeah.
dope parts of the God of Oh, I think he's body.
What happened?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were body. My bad, puppy. But I was gonna tell you one of the dope parts about God of War was they had a kid mentioned, but it was because he carried the ashes of his wife and his son on him, which made it dope. You know what I mean? It was different, but to like actually have him be like a father and
All right, we
Yeah.
kind of lost Heba for a
Yeah,
second.
nah, he's done.
The ponies got him.
90% of their games are all emphasizing children with parent behavior in the game. Because even Street Fighter, I believe one of the Ken
Ken,
Master
yeah,
story
Ken has
has
a
him
son
with
now.
son or something like that, right?
Yep, Ken has a son now.
Yeah, yeah.
And even Uncharted, he has a daughter.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's all this crazy stuff, man.
It is.
Everybody else, y'all got any opinions as far as like the kids and Ryan McCaffrey, Shaggy's ass?
Oh, he's full of shit.
The only thing,
That's all I gotta say.
yeah, the only thing I want to put in kaleidoscope is that why would you show kids killing in games like that? You know, kids actually play games nowadays. I understand they play adult games, but when you're looking at a little kid and he's playing with a little kid shooting guns or stabbing things and killing that, these little kids that really do that shit in real life, man.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
man.
they
That's
could
some
get the
crazy
wrong
shit.
impression.
There's
and
a reason
really-
why Grand Theft Auto doesn't let them kill little kids and shit. There's a reason why they don't
Exactly.
make little kids.
Yeah, you never see a kid in the GTA streets ever.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? I play this, y'all. I used to work at GameStop, and let me tell you, man, these parents are crazy too. These
Of course,
parents,
they get the
we
kids
go out
they
there,
want. That's what you gotta be.
we go out there and tell the doggone parents that this game is not made for
Yes.
kids.
Well, that's the
Hey,
thing.
Still buy it.
Hey, they don't
This is
care.
the problem.
Very
Nah,
eloquently done.
but
Yes.
yeah, but I'm put this
normally-
way: these days, the game didn't change. Like my son plays the shit out of Grand Theft Auto. He ain't played no story. He don't give a damn about the story.
He
He just want to sit there. I got on his ass one night. We sitting here, we chilling. He go over there and run over a hooker. What the fuck are you doing?
But Bone, you monitor.
Oh, but
you monitor your boy though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but I'm sitting there like, that's not right. But he was like, well, Dad, that's a video game. Like, no, you don't do that. Know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, go on to your, because they set up races and stuff like that and all that. Like I say, I even asked him, you want a Nintendo Switch for what? They got Grand Theft Auto on there? Nope.
Grand Theft Auto.
It was like I had like Grand Theft Auto when my son was like 3 years old. I think he was like 5 years old, and I came home one day, and I'm seeing him playing it, and I turned and said, "No, son." I said, "No." I said, "You don't." I said, "You don't play this type of game. You play the game that we bought you. You don't play this game." And I put that game up. I put that game up where you couldn't even find it. So.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah,
did.
but you have a point, Tug. There are parents that they just use the games as a form of
yeah.
babysitting their children. They just,
Oh,
I don't
man.
care. I don't care. They buy it or go play because they want to be worried about
Dude,
their
man,
friends
I
making
mean-
money, working, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but some kids do understand though. Like,
Yeah,
of his
yeah,
sons,
absolutely.
He was like, "Oh, but Dad is a video game." He knows
Right.
the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Even though
right.
100 pointed out that
Nah,
shit
you
ain't
got
cool
some
though.
kids that just dee.
Yeah, yeah.
That they don't really know no better. Exactly. They're just stupid.
All they see is what their friends play, and that's it. So
Well, that's what I put this way. If I go jump on my Xbox right now, he probably on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I can see I can see what it is. But see, thing about it is, what I do is he ain't allowed to play with no adults. He can go play with the under 18. Most of his friends is under 18. I monitor what he's doing, but I'm like, if you go do this shit, you ain't gonna the police gonna kill your ass, right? You beige, but you gonna die. You don't do this shit for fun. You know what I'm saying? That's how you teach them.
Yep, exactly. You
Right.
let them know the real.
Yeah.
Huh?
So,
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of hot topics tonight, man. I can't
Want to
afford
talk about field goal?
but as far as McCaffrey is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, I think he. Hey, fella, do y'all think he might be running out of things to say? Because to me, I think that is just so stupid about what he said. I
Well,
mean,
it's stupid because he knows Xbox has their own identity, like Kaleidoscope pointed out earlier. Like all of us know, the reason why these brands, these brands have their place in gaming is because they have their own identity. Nintendo has its own identity. Sony has their own identity. Microsoft has their own identity. But if you want to look back at records, like Chief pointed out earlier, the ones that have always copied the hardest and straight blatantly to the point has been Sony. With the, let's say, for example, with that All-Stars beat 'em up game that they try to copy for Smash Brothers, or the kart racing one. Remember the Little
And
Big
they
Planet
just filed
kart
patents
racing?
to copy the Switch.
Right. Now with the patent that supposedly they did about a handheld, supposedly, or whatever, if that's even comes into fruition. The point is, Microsoft is doing what they got to do, and they're doing it right. They're doing it at their own leisure, their own pace, how they feel is right and what's right for gamers.
right.
Now, do Microsoft want games maybe that have some type of emotional storytelling with maybe family and a child in it?
Quantum Break.
Probably so. Quantum Break is a good. They may not be. They weren't kids, but they were teenagers when the story started. Even Recore. Recore is a daughter looking for answers from her father, and she doesn't even know what's going on with robots as well. Robots, animals. To emphasize, So the bottom line is, like Collider said, like Chief said, like a lot of you guys said, a lot of good points. Microsoft needs to have their own identity. If they want to somehow bring games over that have maybe some type of emotional storytelling with maybe a child or whatever, that's also fine. Just don't overdo it the way Sony is, because then it's going to come to a point where it's just going to get oversaturated and it's going to get boring and old. If we want to watch drama movies, that's why movies exist. Games, the very most important element of games is gameplay. So there's fun gameplay, that's what counts. The story and all the other, and performance, obviously, like frame rate, but everything else is a bonus. So keep it, the way it is. Don't let Sony do what they want to do. That's why a lot of those guys in the Sony camp are considered weirdos or act like weird people, because they like those weird things. Why would you get off being 40 years old? As I had this one guy on Twitter, which I'm not going to mention his name just because he's not worth my time, but he was an asshole and called me a bigot because I told him I don't accept promoting sexual preferences in a game, especially between young teenage girls. Games are for fun. They're not to be promoting what kind of sexuality I prefer. If I prefer a dick in my ass or if I prefer my dick in a twat. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. It has no place. And he was promoting it, said his age, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, do you hear yourself? It's like, do me a favor, don't even follow me. If you think that I'm a bigot and you want to try to scrutinize my personality or who I am without knowing me, but you're touting sexual preferences in a game and you're 40 years old and you have children, you got a problem, bro. Don't follow me. I don't want to even know nothing about you, what you got to say or what you're thinking.
Well, if you notice that Sony is imitating Hollywood in this manner, where they're trying to poke political shit into video games and stuff like this, and that's another reason I really don't care for Sony games either, is because they are trying to be like Hollywood so much, and that's
they want to cater to the casual.
They want to cater to casuals. Actually, they want to cater to people who don't play video.
Remember, it worked for them. Sony's been around, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry that I interjected. Forgive me for that. That was rude. I didn't mean to. But to get my point across before I forget, because I am diabetic and I forget shit. They are just trying to capitalize on what they had with the success of The Last of Us. because they got the most accolades and the biggest reviews for them. And them being in the industry for almost 25 years or maybe over, and
Right.
the only game that ever scored that high, other than GT Sport, which was Gran Turismo, has been Last of Us. So in
But Heba,
25 years,
But Heba,
one
that's
game
what we're
got
complaining
praised.
about. They have one good game, and now they're trying to remake it. They're trying to do it
Right.
again and again.
Right.
And that, I mean, that's what we're trying to complaining about. Like that'd be like if Microsoft, because of the success of Halo, just made nothing but first-person shooters. They didn't
Right.
do that.
Future
They didn't make
shooters.
15 different first-person shooters because Halo was successful.
Right.
But that's what they're doing. They're like, oh, we got a hit, so let's just remake this over and over.
I
Let's
see
just
no
shuffle it
variety
around.
in their camp, bro. In our camp, we got Sea of Thieves, which is more of a cartoony DreamWorks type game. We got State of Decay, which is more Walking Dead. We got Halo Wars 2, which is obviously, futuristic comic book. And we got
RTS.
what was the other game fucking coming out this year? I'm forgetting one.
Yeah, Halo
Crackdown
Wars,
3,
which is
which is like
RTS.
another
Cuphead.
comic book.
Yo,
A
Jado,
RoboCop
Voodoo
type
Vince
game.
is coming back.
Fire.
Phantom Dust.
Yeah,
That's
all
what's
these
up.
Crackdown.
games, different gameplay, and they're just getting the same
Different
rehashed garbage.
gameplay, different story, different tone.
Different
Sony,
style of game.
Sony, I'm not even gonna say they all play the same, but they all got the same tone, same setting, same everything.
Kind of
I
like
looked
the
at their
Yeah.
E3.
Not
I knew
really
every
innovating.
freaking game of their E3 was in the woods.
Yeah,
Are they
they're just trying
recycling
to
the same
recreate
freaking
the same
environments or what?
success over and over. Dude. They're not trying to do anything new,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they're like fast food. I mean, they're games that you play for a week and you're done with. You know, Microsoft serves you up a meal when they give you a game, and I love that.
Want to know what's trippy? They always tout narrative, right? Narrative in their games. But did the Xbox chart that off in the beginning on the OG Xbox with like Halo, Crimson Skies,
Yeah,
fucking Phantom Dust, Voodoo Vince. I mean, all these games that had these bugged out narratives and shit that were on the OG Xbox. And the Halo lore is deep as hell if you think about
But
it.
but
All
y'all,
right?
but
And
y'all
they're
know
going
this.
so far that now Halo Wars 2 is tying in narratively into Halo 6
Right,
and
right.
Halo Wars 3. All right,
Right,
so they're
right.
actually working on 3 different games right out the gate. Halo Wars 2 just came out, but
Right.
they already had written the shit for Halo 6 and Halo Wars 3.
and every game we get has a different narrative. Every game PlayStation owners get has the same narrative. And that's the problem. Well, I mean, that's what needs to be pointed out. What this guy is saying is a good thing. We're saying this is a negative thing. This is a bad thing. When every exclusive starts having the same thing in it, that right there ought to
Well,
piss
every
me
game
off.
has to have their own identity.
They shouldn't be going, oh, this is a 10, this is a 10. They should be like, why are they doing this again? Why is it?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this
Exactly.
again?
They're not
Same
going to have
narrative.
their own identity if they all feel the same.
Yeah. But they can look. That's because they have no good ideas, and they're trying to copy off the success of Last of Us, dude. That's all they're
Funny
going to do.
thing, he mentioned every game too that has it. And there were like almost 10 of them. It was funny.
Yeah.
That's a
These
trip. That's a
games
trip.
that they're making though are and like I said, dude, gameplay and innovation is more important because I mean, especially to a gamer, maybe not everybody, but to a gamer, we've done it all, we've played everything, and innovation is what we buy our games for. New gameplay experience is what we buy our games for, not for fucking story. Because you can take the same gameplay and regurgitate it over and over and just interchange the characters and story, and then you're a sucker buying the same game over and over.
True
So
that,
Exactly.
true
story and fucking character do not come first. They should come last. They should, in fact, the story and the character should actually be revolved around the gameplay and not the other way around.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so does
Exactly.
anybody else have anything more to add as far as Ryan McCaffrey's dumbass and kids before we move on?
That he need to get off of your shit behind and stop chewing them dirty berries.
Get off of them sushi rolls.
I want no
Right.
kids on my adult games. That's me.
All right, the next thing on the itinerary is the media bias that's been going on, even though we did touch up upon it a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But you got dudes in Kotaku, people in Forbes. I mean, all these crazy media sites talking about that Microsoft should get out the gaming industry to just give it up because Horizon Zero Dawn scored a 88. But they ain't say that shit about Sony giving it up when Forza Horizon 3 scored a 91. So what is up with this media bias, man? What's up,
I'll
100? What do you think? Oh, as a matter of fact, yeah, Kano, what's up with that, man? What do you think about that?
I'll go first. As far as the media goes, they don't know what they be talking about. You know, I said they always proclaiming that Sony is the better brand because they're being paid by Sony to market them. You understand? So the media sucks, and We're the real media. This podcast is the real media. Don't focus on IGN, GameSpot, whatever the pony dust that they've been sniffing on. The Rec X, the gamer section, intermediate gaming. We the real media. We tell it like it is. We the ones that really play these games out here. The ones that's talking about Xbox need to go somewhere. They need to go somewhere because they don't know what they're talking about in reality when it comes to this gaming stuff. Because they not really gamers. They just getting paid to talk gaming, but not really playing these games out here. You heard me? So we the real gamers out here. We the real gamers. The ones that's in the comment section up on your shit behind. They not really gamers out here. The ones that being biased, they're not gamers. We the real ones.
True that. I agree 100% on that, man. What's up, J-Lon? What's your thoughts on this subject? I guess J-Lon took an L for a minute. All right, so Tuck, what are your thoughts on this subject?
Tuck going.
Well, what's up, Ghost? Go ahead, man. You tell me what's up, Ghost. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts on the media, man. It is what it is, guys. They've been doing this for a while. They've been just basically shitting on Phil.
So the Xbox.
That's not the media. That's not the media. That's the media for the pony. That's the pony media. That's the ponies right there. We the real media.
I think, yeah, of course, man. We the real media. Everybody in the Xbox community, man, is speaking up against this bullshit that's going on. Like, we sick of it. Digital Foundries, all of them, and they all ponied out. This is retarded. Like, I never seen nothing like this. In the media, man, like, they supposed to be paid journalists and keep it fair. And they on some bullshit, man. Anything Sony does is like gravy. They got to downplay Microsoft, knowing that Microsoft got some good-ass games, knowing that right around the corner that Microsoft is bringing out their baby, the Scorpio. Real soon, we're going to know what's the real name to it, though. But at the end of the day, they're going to try to downplay Phil, always taking shots, and Yoshida gets the bypass.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
Hey, dude, listen to this delusional video. I mean, listen to this moronic video title made by some delusional fucktard. He fucking says, Horizon Zero Dawn is killing the Xbox. This is the kind of videos these morons are making. Horizon Zero Dawn is killing the Xbox, guys.
That's crazy.
Wow.
News, guys. It's killing.
It's a whole bunch of brainwashed people.
So why is Forza killing every single game that PlayStation's got out so far right now?
Thank you.
I know.
So, wasn't it you earlier that came? What was you saying about the Forza Horizon sales numbers outselling some of the new games?
Yeah. Forza Horizon 3 outsold Neo.
Basically, with that logic, Chief, then they should never make another Killzone. They should never make a Gran Turismo. They should never make any game that's trying to be in the same shooter genre as Gears because
And stop with the neck.
they got head stomped already. There's no even reason to even try. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Word, man. And definitely, man, you already know the media and them fucking fanboys sound like this. They coming. The motherfucking Goonies, nigga.
All right, good shit. Yo, Chief, what are your thoughts on the media bias, man? I mean, even though we did talk at length about
Like I
this.
just said, did you hear the retarded title of that video? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
just click on that in the first place. You're a bigger moron than the person who made that video. Like,
No doubt.
There's a lot of them.
is people out there actually think just because somebody agrees with you, that makes you right. Okay, just because
I know.
somebody made a dumbass video, does not make that a fact. In fact,
Somebody that validates their opinion.
yeah, I mean, honestly, if that validates anything, it validates what a moron you are. Like, that kind of statement right there in itself is just an embarrassment to any gamer. Just the fact that somebody would say that. But yeah, I mean, this is the kind of dumb shit that you deal with when you play Xbox. When you get online and you look at what these people say, it's just a slap in the face to reality. It's like I'm sitting here on these consoles playing these motherfuckers every day, and this is a goddamn lie. But yet some dumbass made a video about it, and like I said, dude, it's just media bias. More examples of it, and you're gonna always see that, man. As long as Sony's out there promoting their shit and giving free copies of games to people for good reviews, as long as they're doing all this nasty shit that they do. And not only that, just look at this whole look at their own business ethics. Whenever it comes to the way they handle themselves, they talk dirty, they fight dirty, they make remarks, they do this shit. So they're encouraging their fan base to act this way as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
So
it seems like they applaud the shit that their fan base be doing to people.
it's almost like the more ignorant you are, the bigger applause you get. The stupider you can be, and the dumb, it's what it
You know,
seems like.
you know they're gonna run with that shit though. Horizon's killing Xbox,
I know, right?
and they
Oh,
this is their first exclusive this year.
Well, they said the same thing with Bloodborne, and Xbox still here. They said the same thing with Uncharted. Guess what? Xbox is still here. Xbox will be here after Horizon Zero Dawn, and it'll be here after Days Gone, Spider-Man, and all them other titles.
Yeah,
Xbox ain't going to fuck nowhere, people.
Right.
Microsoft's here to stay, bro. They wild.
They was like, oh, we sold 60 million consoles. They winning. Y'all motherfuckers know that fucking Sony and Microsoft, they don't really make that much money on hardware, which is the consoles. They make money on the software. All right, so people in the Sony camp should be embarrassed that a game that was released almost 6 months ago is outselling Neo, that just dropped about what, last week or the week before? I mean, come on, people. And then y'all say that we don't buy our exclusives. Y'all out your damn minds and need to stop snipping that pony
They're
dust.
trying to make Japanese games seem
Facts,
bigger
the
than they really
Xbox
are, man.
They making them
And they're not that big at all.
but guess what, guys?
They big
Xbox
AAAs.
game sales. This is what they don't want to talk about either. Xbox game sales are, in just about every statistic done, are higher on the Xbox. From third-party companies to their own exclusives, the sales, game sales, are higher on the Xbox One. There ain't no way a fucking system that has higher game sales than your game system is going to die over your stupid-ass fucking Horizon game. You know how retarded that sounds.
Yeah.
What is this?
Totally retarded, man.
Cookie cutter, fucking Ubisoft want to be bullshit fucking exclusive. You think the people and who the fuck is going out and buying this shit? Here's the thing: is I only hear about this game from YouTubers, pathetic ass, nobody fucking YouTubers, and then some IGN, a couple IGN GameSpot fucking glorifications here and
Yeah.
there. But the thing is like even with IGN and GameSpot hyping this game up, nobody seems to fucking care. Nobody in the real world actually seems to care. It's only the YouTubers. It's only these fucking petty little fucking console warring YouTubers that think that this game is somehow more than what it is, and they're making it out to be more than
God's
what it
gift
is.
to Earth.
And they're using the biased media scores as a backup. You know, it's
Exactly.
like, yeah, a verification. Oh, I need these idiots that don't know what
Yeah,
they're talking about
validation.
to tell me what to talk about. That's how it sounds to me. Like you don't know what you're talking about, so you're just going to regurgitate what these people who don't know what they're talking about say. Good
And
job.
that's why I said a lot of them stuck a thumb in their ass because they're gonna get exposed.
Oh, that's just going to be exposed when that game is selling no copies next month. That's just going to be
And
total.
to me, the fucked up thing is I don't know if y'all read the article from Forbes. Number one, what is Forbes doing talking about games? Go back to talking about
That guy
stocks.
from Forbes, he got a hard on for
Exactly,
Xbox
dude.
all this generation.
Man.
Yeah,
Doing
and they're
clickbait.
trying to they're trying to say that there's the gap between exclusives is a canyon, and he's bringing up 2019 games. Look, Microsoft. People really think that Microsoft only planned up to 2017, and that's it. They're not
I
planning
know.
about what's 2018 or 19. They don't think about that. But just because Sony announced their entire roadmap for the next 3 years, they think Microsoft has nothing in store. You guys are really that stupid? Look, if you're talking about this year, they both have 4 games confirmed this year, and he's trying to make it seem like it's a canyon. But
No,
I'm on
I
IGN.com.
got an
I'm on
analogy.
IGN
more.
right now,
There's
and I
actually
see
more
no
than 4 games for this
news
year.
of them talking about Crash Bandicoot being a timed exclusive.
Yeah.
I
IGN
was
is
gonna
not
get to
talking
that.
about that.
You know,
I was gonna get to that.
J-Lone, on what you said, dude. Well, everybody getting excited about what Sony's shown. It's this stupid. It's like sitting around a poker table and one guy shows his hand and everybody's like, "Oh, he won!" And ain't nobody else showed their hand yet. Everybody's sitting there like, "Oh,
Exactly.
And then you hit their asses with a full house boat naked boat ride. Shut up and
and
give me all my
boom, the
motherfucking
motherfucker
money.
lays his hand.
Exactly.
I
man.
do that shit all the
Exactly.
time. I do that shit all the time when I'm playing Prominence. Yeah, go and spend your money, you dumb fool, because I got
You
something up
can't
my
lose your
sleeve.
fucking mind over the first hand laid on the table.
And you can bluff all you want. They've been bluffing all around. They've been bluffing. And motherfuckers, and Microsoft said, just wait. Because I got a full house.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or not,
Tony
I don't give a
bringing
fuck.
that knife to a gunfight. Microsoft gonna
Here's the
shoot that
thing
motherfucker.
that's pissing me off.
Microsoft
Throw them
bringing a
out the
fucking a
And I was
NASA fucking semi-automatic rifle and a fucking bazooka.
Here's the
funny.
thing
I
that's
was reading
pissing
this.
me off, though, man. The scalebound situation. The media is not looking at what they're not looking at it with a logical perspective. None of them are pointing out that Platinum's working on 11 fucking games in Scalebound's production, and they're trying to point all the fingers at Microsoft when we all fucking know that they're using that money to fund Nier. I even know Sony dudes with inside connections who admitted that. That the
Wow.
media, who has way more sources than this dude on Facebook,
Right.
knows this, yet they don't report it that Platinum was fucking Microsoft over.
That's
They
fucked
didn't
up.
report that shit.
But
And it's us who have to look at shit with logical perspectives. It's the Xbots that people don't really take serious anyways because we're biased also, but we say it. We say we're biased.
Look, if I may, first and foremost, most Xbox gamers, all right, I can at least speak for you guys here because I know y'all at least to a very good personal level. You know, we're level headed because we're not ignorant. You know, we're not young, dumb people that don't know any better. You know what I mean? The problem with the media buys is most of these guys and gals that are doing this now, their first console was a PlayStation 1 or a
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, maybe even maybe even a PlayStation 3, to a certain extent, you know. So that media bias, I don't think it comes much from so much from them trying to be biased deliberately. They're stuck in their swan song. They don't want to let go of their baby, so to speak. They know that that's all Sony has is the PlayStation division. They've already admitted it. They said it. It's the only profitable division that they have. They're basically consolidating everything, and they're only going to stay strictly with gaming. And you know, if they continue in the path that they're going, where they don't keep really doing enough innovation or reinventing themselves the way that other companies may, you know, in different ways, then they're going to lose their relevancy because, like a lot of you pointed out, in Scope particularly, their games just don't sell, man. A lot of their guys there, they just buy them because they know that there's certain titles that they like, so and it only comes out of that console because it's a Japanese console. Now that Switch is coming out, I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of those titles transition to Switch because the Switch, you know, Nintendo is a Japanese company. Which proves the whole theory that they try to say that we are biased, that they don't come to Xbox because, you know, it's an American console. And, you know, Phil Spencer has to spend time of his own time, Microsoft money to fly out to Japan, like he said he was this week, to go speak to Japanese developers to try to see if they would convey and convince them to bring games that are from Japan to the Xbox console. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, real nice, yeah, whatever. At that point, let's drink some sake and call it a night. But then after that, they're gonna go say, "Fuck you, American. We're not gonna do shit," and they're not gonna do nothing. Maybe
See,
you'll
when,
see a
well, see, when we say
handful.
that type of
Eating over
shit,
here.
yeah,
You'll
but
see
see,
a-
when we say that, they're not racist.
No.
And like I say,
They're not,
I
they're
made it.
nationalists.
They're what
Let's be
the
more political, right?
Well,
About
they
that.
are.
that's what I try to say.
well,
Man,
you know what? I'm gonna put this way: stay your national ass over there. I ain't gonna play. I'm not gonna
By
support your national shit no more.
By
I'm
the
just
way,
not.
I'm gonna
Know
give a
what I'm saying?
shameless plug. I'm gonna give a shameless plug. That Japanese title, that indie title, that Candleman, it's actually a pretty good game. I bought it. I beat it.
I thought that was from Canada. I thought that was from China. They ain't Japanese. I thought
Yeah,
that was from
China.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with the China. I
But
got
I'm
China with
just saying, you know,
with these Japanese
it's one of those
developers
rare
that
occasions
you know
where
you
we
want to
get
run
something
to.
from.
You want to stick to your own. I'm gonna start sticking to my own.
Right. Well, I mean,
I feel you.
Phil is too classy. He's
Well,
like
I'm not. I'm
he's like
not
an
Phil. That's why I don't
ninja
have his
assassin.
job.
Right.
I'm not Phil.
He's a ninja assassin. He
If
does
I was
things-
Phil, I've been told these motherfuckers go to hell a couple of weeks ago.
He
But I'm not Phil.
he's gonna kill him with kindness, like that song that Selena Gomez sings. I think
Yeah,
he's gonna kill him with kindness. But you know, it is sad that Phil always keeps a respectful and professional level, and these guys just kind of in his face, telling him, "Hey, you fucking asshole, you dumbass," because that's basically what it looks like. I don't really think he cares because he's making that guap and they're bringing in
Oh
that
man,
money.
that nigga making 7 motherfucking figures. I'll say fuck you too.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Know what I'm
saying.
saying?
He's
When the
making
motherfucker
more
tell
money
me,
than any of them will ever
when
see
the
in their
motherfucker
life.
tell me I don't play no games, I can just sit there and deal with what you call it. You get that. Look at all these games. I made a post on Twitter. I said, "Damn, I got a bottle of liquor, and damn, I don't know. Look at all these games. I don't know which ones to play. But I don't got no games."
Right.
Hey,
So,
hey,
so that's my take on media bias. I just think that a lot of these guys grew up with it. They don't want to let it go. They know they're in trouble in some ways or in many ways. So they got to try to keep them relevant, especially now with Scorpio, because we don't know what's coming down the pipe. A lot of multiplayers are just going to shit on the pro version games, multi-plat games, just by default because the console is just that much more powerful. And they know it. Time is running out. Time is definitely running out, and they don't know. So they're like a chicken without a head. They're scared. They don't know what to do. So they got to keep relevancy. That's why you've seen get a 91 or 93, and Horizon's getting 10s and 9s, and near even some places already, like Kotaku said it was a 9.3. I wouldn't be surprised if all their games this year get 9s and 10s, just because they know that the Scorpion's coming out, and when some other stuff is going to come down the pipe, like Crackdown, that's doing something new, and State of Decay 2 4-player co-op.
Also, some of the reviewers are trying to make it up to Sony for having to fucking slam No Man's Sky, and like I guarantee you, some of these people got in trouble for giving No Man's Sky bad scores, because I know that for a fact that they were told by Sony to give it no lower than an 8, and they were fucking giving it like 6s and 7s, and from what I know, people have already gotten in trouble for that. So someone's trying to make it up to Sony, like by overinflating the scores of their next games and shit like that. So you have that kind of bullshit going on too.
I'm gonna say two things, and then we can move on to the other topics, to the whole collider topic. For two things. First, imagine video game industry right now without Microsoft. It won't last very long, I guarantee.
It'd be dead as hell.
Without Microsoft, period.
It'd be dead in the water
That's
right
number
now.
one. Imagine it. Nintendo ain't going nowhere, and Sony ain't gonna go pretty much nowhere either. And number
Everybody gonna be doing
two,
single-player games.
both Nintendo and Sony are going to be paying Microsoft come next week, because both of those games, Zelda and Horizon, use Havoc. So they're saying, "Fuck you, pay me." So it is what it is.
Yeah, so they still going to pay them. So
That's the best though, man.
You say
That's
still
a lot
got
of
to
games.
pay them. They ain't got no choice. They already done paid them already. It ain't no
Yep.
choice. They already got paid or in full already. You got to use my software. You got to pay me straight up. See, people
Yeah.
call Microsoft and Phil and them. They make the thing about it. I look at Phil as one of them generals that like, what I'm saying, like, I love Halo. He's like Lord Hood. You ever see Lord Hood get mad? When you see Lord Hood in action, hey Chief, I need you to. Hey Chief, I need you to go. I need you to go guard the thing. What Chief say, man? Just give me a motherfucking gun. You know what I'm saying? He's like he see the chessboard, but people don't want to see that. He sees the chessboard like I can trump them with this. They don't know nothing about this.
no, they don't.
They don't. It's like I like I said, I kind of like the hate because they thinking, oh, I feel like he might be doing the rope-a-dope. You know what I'm saying? He doing the Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? All people beating up all of them and then just slap the dog shit out of them, sweep them off their face like, yeah, look what I got, and then laugh at you and pick you up. I told you I am playing. You know what I'm saying? Because what Sony gonna have during Christmas time? They never have shit.
Nope.
They always give you some bullshit. They give you the possum last year. Before then, they gave you Sock Boy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What did you have? I want to play. I mean, man, my son jumps up. Oh, Christmas time. He knows. Okay, I can get this, and now I kind of buy games. He's different from me because I play games and he wants it. And if it comes out, I can get it to him. But some kids don't have that option. I remember I had to wait for my birthday, and my birthday is in November, so that fucks up my Christmas too.
Damn.
I just don't see what's so hard about being fair and giving credit to all consoles or all games. If the game is good, it's good. Give credit. Fine. What's the problem?
Can't do it.
See,
They can't
yeah,
do it.
you had Xbox dudes getting mad at Mikey Barr because he said he wanted to play. I guess he got an early copy of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not mad at the man.
Right.
And and the main thing is Horizon Zero Dawn. If it would have came out on Xbox, it would have gotten 7s. That's the main
Worse.
thing. That's the main thing to understand. We're saying that the bias is so hard that we're talking the same game could have came out on another console and got completely different review scores. They would have said if it came out on Xbox, they would have said shit like "There's not enough weapons." They would have said,
Not enough variety.
There's not enough variety.
Not enough
Copy
kids, dude.
pasting
Not
other
enough kids.
games.
Missions. They would have shit on Horizon Zero
They
Dawn.
would have said too repetitive and all that shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Too much A button.
Exactly. So what they
Too
need to
much
realize-
A button only on Xbox.
what Sony fans need to realize, their nines that they get are our sevens.
How about too much
And the
kids?
fucking eights that we get are better than their fucking nines and their 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
True that. True that.
I agree with all that. I agree with all that.
A lot of stuff as far as
Nah.
gaming and media bias and sales and all that. All right, but what's up with Crash Bandicoot, man? That game, Sony showed it on their stage a couple of years back, and it was like all these ponies left and right. Oh, Sony brought Crash back. Sony ain't bring shit, people. All right, the ones that brought it back was Activision because they own Crash, and yet Sony, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation Ireland or wherever the fuck they from, they tweeted out, "Oh, it's exclusive." I guess Activision must put their foot in their ass because they actually tweeted out this morning, "Oh no, it's not exclusive. It's first on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3." All right. So, what are your thoughts on this subject, people? Crash Bandicoot.
I woke up today, man. And I just laughed, man. I just sent the link to 20 people. 20 motherfuckers were on my Twitter, on my ass, going, "It's exclusive.
yeah.
What are you talking about? Sony owns the game. Sony, Naughty Dog developed the first 3 games." I woke up and I sent this link to all 20 of them motherfuckers. And they stayed quiet. They didn't come back to me with anything.
Of course.
And it's funny because this Jap, this Black Jap on freaking Facebook. We all know who he is. He tried to expose me for saying it was timed exclusive months ago. He's nowhere to be found right now.
Oh,
Of course not. Of course
Cause
not.
he-
They all hype.
That motherfucker. Cause he in that bunker. Cause he knows it's about to be DEFCON 1 in a minute. So you know what I'm saying, he got to get his rations and shit together. You know what I'm
just
saying?
like when
Cause that bomb gonna drop like Hiroshima. E3 when that bomb drop, the motherfuckers gonna die. They gonna die slow.
wow. And all I gotta say is smoking.
There's nothing wrong with appreciating another culture. Just remember, you
Yes.
still are black.
And it's hilarious, dog, because I'm on there's this dude put a compilation on Twitter of tweets and people saying that they're not interested in the game anymore because it's going to Xbox. You're not interested in the game
but I would put
because
this
more
way.
people get to play it.
Those are the fanboys right there.
But to me, it's Crash was a rip off of Sonic and fucking Mario. I didn't like Crash.
Crash is the worst one out of the 3.
Listen,
I didn't like Crash.
Let's not get it twisted.
I put this when I first played Sonic. You know you have to love when you first play Mario. I got
Well,
mad
just
because
think
my
about it
dad
this
got me.
way. When was the last time a Crash game dropped?
Like 2007 or something.
Shit, it dropped on his head because nobody didn't buy that shit. But
Well, they had recently the DLC for Skylanders,
Skylanders,
Huh?
yeah.
which nobody's buying the amiibo for the Skylander because I've seen.
Yeah,
a
nobody
ton of
talked
them
about that,
in
right?
Toys R Us today. Like, there's a ton of them that they don't sell.
you want to? You want to go?
Hey, nobody want that Crash Bandicoot.
I did it the
man.
other day with Rob.
Now,
We did
it's
love
kind
on
of funny though the way the ponies pounded their chest about Crash Bandicoot. Oh, it's exclusive, all this crap, and it's only timed exclusive. We knew it from the reveal. All right, we weren't that stupid. We know
They
who owns
danced
the
around the
property.
word,
It's
bro.
Sony
Activision.
always touts those exclusives.
Oh no, yeah.
hey,
Even though they ain't pay no money for it, yet they pound their chest about the exclusives, just like all
Right.
those Japanese games.
Right.
Ain't none of them Sony paid for, right? And
Right.
ain't none of them exclusive because they coming out on PC and on Nintendo Switch. And guess what? Some of those titles might actually hit the Xbox platform for the anime fans that are on the Xbox.
Ace Combat 7.
I mean, Ace Combat 7. I mean, these people they
Hellblade.
just be tripping, man. And if you just it trips me the fuck out, man. Because I mean, Crash Bandicoot, fine. It was good for its time and day. You know, the commercials were funny as hell because they was making fun of Sonic and Mario and whatnot. But it was not a better game than those other 2 titles. All right. And the last time we
It
actually
wasn't
saw a
even as good as
Crash
Croc.
Bandicoot game was in 2007. And yet Sony wants to take the credit for bringing out the game. Nah, it's only first on your console.
Hey, Kaleidoscope, I'm going to say something that all Xbox, Sega, and Nintendo fans know. That Sony fans really want the games on the other consoles really bad. That's why they're always looking forward to the next Mario Kart killer and the fucking next Halo killer because they want these games, dude. But
Yeah,
they're too
I
pathetic to go
agree.
buy the console or too broke to go buy
They
the
want their
console.
own version
So they
of
sit
those
around
games
and wait
to
for
that
Sony to
caliber.
make it.
That's what they want, but they don't want
They want to copy
to
paste
buy
first.
Xbox. Right, because they don't want to buy the Xbox or buy the Nintendo or whatever.
Right.
Man,
No, they crap on these games. They crap on Mario Kart. They crapped on Mario Kart until My Nation Racers, and then they turned into hypocrites. Oh, this is gonna be a great game. They hated on Smash Brothers, then turned into
Yo.
6-minute fucking PlayStation All Stars got made. Oh, now we like this kind of game. They fucking bashed Halo until Killzone was coming out. Then they fucking want a first person shooter all of a sudden.
Yep. Yep.
We're just this is a pattern. A pattern. They didn't like Sonic or Mario, but they couldn't wait to play that new Crash Bandicoot that Sony had for them because they didn't want to play those games. They were just either too broke or too delusional to buy another console.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
They give me that. What's called it?
They did it this year. They finally got Tomb Raider. They didn't buy it. They
Yup.
got Titanfall because they petitioned for both of them shits, and they got it, and we still.
They didn't buy it.
You see how pathetic their fan base is? If they had any brains, they wouldn't even be on the PlayStation side in the first place. Sir. That's something we know. They'd be over here on Xbox with us, but the fact that they're not just shows their mentality. Just shows that they're waiting on Sony to make a fucking Halo for them. They're waiting on Sony to make a Crackdown for them. They're going to be waiting on Sony to make a Zelda for them. And it's never going to happen. That greatness is never going to come, you dumb motherfuckers.
It's true, man. It's true. If you
I
think about
agree,
it,
they're gonna
I remember at the
come.
beginning of this generation, they actually did an online petition, people, to have Halo, the Master Chief Collection, come to PC and the PlayStation 4. I mean, how delusional can you be, man?
Years. Even
Man, they
years.
need to get their ass off of petition.org. It's not for no fucking video games. It's for other shit. It's other for political reasons.
They
trying to
petitioned
feed,
for a couple of them.
you know what I'm saying? Trying to feed the fucking homeless or something.
They want Halo.
Well, hey, I tell you what. This is what I'm interested in. Okay.
Go ahead, Chuck.
How many? Now I want to know
Tuck your body.
that Horizon Zero Dawn do come out.
Chuck, you buying,
Tuck
Chuck.
your body.
Okay, well, let me go back out and I'll come right back in.
All right.
Keep the flow going, people.
Yeah, you got Gogger Mail going.
Let me interject, guys. Whenever you Google an Xbox exclusive, I mean not Google, well Google and YouTube. Let's say you put State of Decay, like the fifth freaking recommended is PS4. That means PS4 gamers were looking for this game and seeing if it's on PS4.
I know.
Google puts the
Anything on
top.
Google. I've even seen Gears of War fucking show up. Gears of War 4 PS4. I'm like, what? The fuck?
This is Tony when they see a game they're like, oh shit, look at that. Oh, is it coming out?
It was Rise.
What?
Remember?
That's just fucking exclusive. Nah, I don't want that game.
Yeah, exactly.
The minute they find out it's an Xbox game, they'll be loving it. They'll be, oh man, I can't hold this. I'm sick. Oh shit, and then they'll go look it up, find out it's exclusive. Oh man, I don't want that game.
They used to hate on us. You're the TV box, but they watch the most TV and all that.
Yeah, they're the ones
You know what
promoting
I'm saying?
They was happy to get TV.
They're the
on.
ones promoting PlayStation View every freaking advertisement on YouTube.
Shit.
Yeah, basically.
Hypocrites.
Yeah,
They
right.
are
right.
hypocrites, man.
The hypocrites, bro.
What the hell is the subject? What are we talking about?
Real quick,
Crash Bandicoot.
back in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that trash Bandicoot. I don't like Bandicoot. I ain't gonna even lie. It didn't give me the
It wasn't
experience.
3D.
When I played Mario for the first time, the original Super Mario, I got mad at my parents for buying me the raw version, the Gyromite version of the Nintendo, because it didn't come with it. I got Gyromite and dumb. I didn't want it. Was an expensive one, but I didn't want it. I wanted to. I had to go run tell my girl cousin, hey, I'm finna jack you for this one. You on punishment anyway. I want to play this shit. And then when I played Sonic, man, I used to listen to that damn song. Man, Sonic was like, okay, damn, you going this fast? Sonic one. I'm amazed now when I play on Xbox. Like I played the shit out. That was one of the games I completely beat because you had to get the real ending. You had to get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, woo. But when I played Crash, I'm like, nigga, this shit is trash. It's like a rip off of both of them.
You can't even move the camera though. It's a 3D game.
Stop it, Jay.
Yeah,
And you're just moving in a straight line.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're
tap
just
it
moving
control
into
right
the
now for
screen
3
the whole
seconds.
time.
I'm gonna tap it control for 3 seconds.
It's a
Okay,
tunnel
y'all.
platform.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
we
you
hear
loud
you
and
now.
clear.
We hear you perfectly.
Okay, now this is what I'm interested in. Now this game's supposed to be coming out when?
What come
June.
on new?
Crash Bandicoot? I have no
No,
clue.
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
know.
I'm talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, it's
No, we
Next
already
week.
passed that already,
Come on
man.
now.
We
We passed
done with
that,
that.
Chuck.
We done with that, Chuck.
Okay, listen here. Okay, this is what I'm trying to come down
Comes out
to.
You
next
take
week.
your Geritol today?
No, this is what hey, I'm not paying you no mind right now. Now with all these doggone ratings and all that stuff that's coming out and all that stuff, but let me ask you
That was a
this:
good one.
are they gonna really support the game?
I think
That's
so.
the thing. Are they gonna really support it? Because you know
You don't
how
know.
Sony people so far they don't support their games. They got 60 million systems out there, but they
I
don't
love that.
support their
It's
games.
60? Damn. What's
That's what they
this? Every
say.
other
I
week?
think it's gonna sell, man.
Come on, son.
So
I don't know.
let's
We'll see. We'll see.
so we'll see. I mean, let's say they only sell like 2 million. Oh, that's a
That
bust.
that'll be decent.
Shoot,
I think
that's a
that's worth
bust.
it.
2 million for a 60 million install base?
That's a
Not bad.
bust. That's a bust.
It's a bust for the statistics, but for the company, they still make some type of money. You know?
Yeah, they
I ain't
make
No,
good
gonna
money.
no,
lie.
well,
Definitely.
not really,
They sell
not
2
really.
million. The Sony YouTube is
Uh,
gonna be going,
Wait a
yo,
second,
it
y'all. Wait a second.
show.
Wait a second, y'all forget one thing. They already lost some money
It's a
last year on that
success.
VR. They
The
already
ratings are
lost money
terrible on
last year on
Sony
that.
consoles. It's always been that way, though.
And he bought. They already lost money last year on that VR crap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Eight
Absolutely.
hundred and
A
fifty
lot of
million
things.
dollars. Eight
VR,
hundred fifty million dollars investment.
they lost on VR on the movie
They
division,
lost on VR.
Pro, on the
They lost on
Pro,
VR. They
on
lost
the
on the
movie
Pro.
division.
They lost on the Pro. So how they can they recuperate that money off that?
Well, supposedly, remember they were pocketing money and not reporting it, and they got caught with that shit too. Remember?
Well, that's true too. So that to me, the company as a whole ain't gonna do all that great. I mean,
Yeah,
they
but see,
only
they
do.
can get away with a whole lot of shit you guys don't know because actually they have a Japanese version. They don't have to pay American tax. They don't have to
Yes,
do nothing.
exactly. Right.
They have Sega. That's why you got Nintendo of America, then you got Nintendo. You got Sega, then you got Sega of America. I mean not
That's
Sega, but
another reason. Oh,
you got Sony of America. So they only have to report so much. They can hide a whole lot of shit. Like these motherfuckers hiding these young girls in these canisters and transporting them. They doing them consoles the same way.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Ain't
that's
no
why when
them,
you
them motherfuckers ain't
saying,
got no 60 million strong out
I
there
agree.
because if you got
Bob,
60
well,
million
Bob, second,
strong,
when you
I
buy
agree with you on that, Mr. 100.
when you
I
buy
agree with you on
games
that.
Sure. Let
on their
100 finish.
marketplace, like on the PSN network,
All right.
that's why they don't charge you taxes for the games. It's a flat rate.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, why Microsoft charge? Because they're American company.
well, I don't get charged
Yeah.
out. Well, see, I don't get charged. Yeah, but I don't get charged for my digital purchases. If it's $59.99, it's 59. It goes by state by state.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
get
okay.
tax.
We
It's
pay.
state by state. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause
get
I don't
state
want
by
to.
state.
Just giving an example why, because some people say, "Oh, but Sony don't charge you." I was like, well, it depends where. I guess obviously, Microsoft being an American company, they have to pay taxes. They don't. To give you my thought real quick on the Crash, it's a good thing, and I'm gonna damage control a little bit. It's a good thing because it's an old classic that a lot of people have nostalgia for. That probably want to play it again, even though it probably not gonna hold up very well. It's being redone from scratch. It is the 3 games. It's a $40 price tag, which is reasonable, I think. Plus, Crash has its own identity. We had Sonic, we had Mario, they had Crash. It is very slow compared to all the other ones. It does feel less evolutionary compared to the other ones, but it's good at least that they're bringing it back in that sense. Now, what I do like is that at least it's gonna be just time, and it'll come to other consoles. Because being that it's not owned by them, I don't think it would have been right if it only was on that platform, especially with other situations like Tomb Raider, for example, that comes to mind with Xbox. They helped fund the game. It was exclusive for a year, but it still went to their console, because it was
Exactly.
an EDOS game or an IDOS or whatever, Square Enix, IDOS, whatever. You know what I mean. But to each his own. But I'm gonna buy it because I like platformers. And I'm pretty sure other people will, but I don't think it'll do like. See, like I think if it only came out on Sony console, I don't think it's gonna do well to begin with. Only the hardcore Sony fans will buy it, and that's about it. If it sells 500,000 or even 1 million, that would be a miracle, if you ask me, on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Man, the PS3 babies and the PS4 babies ain't never played it and they ain't gonna buy that shit.
Nah,
No, I agree.
They're not gonna
Yo,
buy it. You have to be
matter of
original
fact, 100
PlayStation. You got to be original PlayStation to pick that up.
Yo, 100. I like where you was going with that train of thought earlier, though, man. About putting PS4s inside boxes, smuggling them, locking them away. Where was you going with that?
Yeah, because like I didn't heard that they okay. Look how they do the numbers. Like say they say Xbox has 30 million out there, right? But if you go look at their active users on Xbox Live, it matches. The down there, I think it's like 25 million active users. So I think it went up to 30.
No, actually, it went up. It's 53 million.
Right now,
Yeah.
like
So you have 53 active users out there. But PlayStation don't eat. You got 60, and you barely even hitting 20. So you mean people buying PlayStations to play it offline? I don't think so. And then I have people damage control too. They're selling countries with no internet. I know third world countries in Africa got better internet in LA. So you kind of say you can't be online? Come on with that bullshit. I don't.
Alaska, man, they got some serious internet, man.
Yeah, so I'm telling people like you gotta understand that's to me is you do analytics. And you know what I'm saying? I just got into the little analytics for me watching this fucking baseball shit all the time now. Because I ain't got you know what I'm saying. But I get into looking at the numbers and I'm like, if you think about it, it don't really kind of like it don't match. So you got all this stuff out here. So you got this person in India with great internet. You got all these consoles sold. Why they're not on why they're not on PSN? That's what I want to understand. Sony actually can get away with it for active users because they give PSN Plus for free on the PlayStation 3. And do they count them numbers with it? Out of that 20 million?
I'm sure they
because it's the same outer structure.
I could tell you this that a little birdie told me that works at GameStop. He told me that the most traded-in console is the PS4. And he also told me that the most bought console that's used is the Xbox One, which makes sense because most people are not buying it new thinking that it's garbage, so they're buying it used.
I had people say this about what Xbox made a mistake when it launches. They force you with the Connect. I got something. I said for one, I was one that bought it for $500. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was there from day one. But they talking about my brother went out. His dumb ass went on. I got a PlayStation 4. It was $100 cheaper. Well, don't go play on my shit.
You bought it for $500, but you had games to play. I would have been pissed paying $400 and having no game to play. With Sony.
Yes. So, but thing about it was, I saw my brother playing number MLB The Show. Like, hey, and what you call that? Lego superheroes. Cause they, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, ain't no games I really want to play. Then I come home. He on my Xbox. You better get your ass off that shit. You better go trade that dog shit ass it. That dog shit ass it.
Don't really talk about. Want to know what people in other countries don't really talk about, which is a shame. They should talk about it more. I've actually read it online in a whole bunch of different comment sections and forums. Gamers in other countries that buy PlayStation, they're paying $120 US for a PlayStation title.
Right.
$120 US. Right, so they can't really buy that many games in a given year. All right, they got to count their money in order to know what games they're actually going to go out and get.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to fucking balance that shit out, man. I mean, Microsoft doesn't do that shit to other countries. All right, most of the games are priced more or less around the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But in their money, you know what I'm saying? But $120 US for a fucking game, they out their damn minds, yo. And y'all wonder why Sony is still in it, man, because they ripping motherfuckers off in other countries. Literally, man. They robbing the motherfuckers blind.
You know what I'm saying? They worse than Robin Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Y'all don't know who Robin Tyson, that's Robin Givens. Her real name is Robin Tyson because she robbed the shit out of Tyson.
Oh, hell yeah. They basically pulling a Robin Givens on motherfuckers, yo.
Look, Chief is going around too now.
I'm just hey, these are 360 games, and guess what? That's that. I can play most of them, man. Where's your stack of PS3 games you can play on your PS4? I mean,
that PlayStation Now.
Yeah, Chief.
They can't really play it because if they're online, they fucked.
Round 2, fight.
But
and you wonder why they took off PlayStation Now off the fucking PS3 and the Vita. People don't really got internet like that, I guess, in the Sony camp.
Y'all broke. You know what I'm saying? You pay for them dildos. You pay for that PlayStation VR. What the fuck is going on? You see, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And then you got these mythical lies. It's sold out because they only made so many.
They
And
sold.
the
They
thing,
sent like
And
the
then they
two.
thing
ship like
so
3 of them to
hard
the
to look at
store.
the
They
new
sent
They
like
ship
two
3 of
to
them to
each
the store. They're
That's
like,
why
oh,
it's
it's sold out.
How many y'all get? 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for Neo. Neo was getting 2 to 3 copies and shit up the stores.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's sold out in Europe. I don't give a damn. Did it sell out in the United States? I probably can
I
throw a
see
rock
that
and get
shit at
that
every
game.
GameStop I go.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. Thing about it is,
Look,
Walmart, they
as
I'm
as
like
as
you, Suzuki. Everywhere I go, I see
yeah.
Neo,
Neo.
because no one's buying that shit.
And
Neo.
everybody's not into that. And then, like you say, people say what to say niche titles. They say Halo Wars 2 is a niche title. That shit is a niche title. Everybody don't play that shit. And then
Yeah.
why? Hang on. And shout out to my nigga K Mega Man, but he busted him out. Why you go in the PlayStation Store and if you look at the highest rated games, motherfucking Grand Theft Auto, you don't see no Neho up there. You don't see no Gravity Rush on there. But y'all got games, and this is
Gravity
this is
does.
your digital store.
Yep.
That didn't.
This is
None of
your
those
digital
Japanese
store.
games made the top 20. The only one that made it was Kingdom Hearts, and that's not exclusive. That's on 3DS.
And then you
So
can go look. And then you can go look up. I'm on Xbox, and you can go look on. You can look right now. I give you the top ones right now. For Honor, even though I don't like it, it's top paid game. Socket Cars, Grand Theft Auto 5, For Honor Deluxe Edition. So you know who motherfuckers is buying it. NBA 2K17, For Honor the Gold Edition, the Handsome Jack Collection, and
Wow.
Sniper Elite 4. That's the them games right off the list. I even clicked show all. So you have new games up there. You don't have that on the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Where the
Now that you
greatness
say
at?
For Honor, I believe the sales were 47% for Xbox, 52 or 53 for PS4.
And they got 60 million.
Yeah. Xbox had 48% of the sales, and PS4 had.
I
53.
smell a rat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's,
Big
But
ass.
you
and we
got.
don't, but
you got
Xbox
these
dealers
other
don't buy
games.
games. Remember that.
Oh no, we don't. We don't buy nothing. We waiting for another remastered. If I still go
the
on.
way some ponies have been
Yeah.
saying out
If I
there, you know what I'm
still
saying?
go
Even
on.
Black Bond told me the other day in my comment section, the Xbox One is a niche platform.
Yeah, just like them niece ass K Swiss, them niece ass bum ass K Swiss he be wearing. Fucking bum. Still working in that grocery store. You better come out the closet. Come out the closet, man.
Listen, you can't.
It's
You can't.
2017. You can tell
Listen,
everybody you like strudel.
You can't. That man got
Yeah,
brain
boy.
problems. That's what happens when you get it in the ass all
Boy,
the time.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he be tripping, yo. It's all
Yo,
good.
Chief.
You're crazy.
Yo,
Yo, Chief, you heard they say that bone like that, your boing boing, right?
Hey,
they
Crazy.
said what?
man.
They said Wacko the Clown like that, boing boing.
You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, we mentioned Bond. Bond gonna be all in Ghost comment section. Watch tomorrow when Ghost go to work.
you fraud.
Fuck y'all, dick eaters.
That's
Nah,
that's
and
dude
then,
ain't got
then he
no
gonna, he
life.
gonna make a video about it. He gonna make a video about it.
I told him this. I'm gonna make a
You
video about you.
fucking Xbox.
No, he said I'm gonna make a video about you. I said I guarantee I won't watch.
And he,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
needs a-
Tell your mom I love her.
needs
Tell
to-
them we'll come through that window tonight. Because
Boy.
and eventually I'm gonna come through the front door. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I said, did you sit down and talk to your dad and you told him that you like strudel? See, that's how you gotta fuck with Bond. You gotta fuck with Bond mentally. I don't play with Bond. You know what I'm saying? I go hard on Bond. Bond is a social reject. That's an ultimate social fucking reject. You say his name, he is like he like the NSA. He got his ears open. On him and his goons, him and his goons got that ear. They got their ears on point.
If YouTube's a circus, man, he's that freak show, man. That on the side, you pay $1 to go in and look at some weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
He needs to say,
Nah, man. Yo, him and his squad is just like Eddie Murphy said back in the day, yo. The minute they see somebody's talking some shit about them, one of the motherfuckers they pull out in the fucking car with fucking blackboard on the top saying, "Woo!"
I know what you're talking about. Son.
Yeah.
That's
He
crazy.
need to take out all those dick out his ass because they're about to start to affect his
No, I
brain.
told him it's 2017. He came in big game and small. I go in the live chat sometime and I be talking shit. So he comes in. I said, "What you come in here for?"
Hey guys,
I said, "You came in to tell everybody the truth that you like men.
stop it.
It's
Stop
raining, man."
talking about me like that.
And then he straight went on the defense. Somebody made that account, and that's a suck account. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I saw you hugged up with a guy. I got a picture. You hugged up in a guy at a baseball game.
Hey guys,
It's okay.
on here.
It's okay if you like strudel.
That's crazy.
Hey guys,
You like strudel? I said that's how much you. That's how much you
talking
piss
about
off
me,
on.
Mr. 100. Wow, you
Yeah.
Xbox are so full of yourselves. You're a bunch of
You're corporate
corporate
slaves.
You're such a reject. That's such a rejects.
And whoever paid $80 to play for them for an hour and they on their little Patreon, y'all need to kill yourself. Please get on the highest fucking building. Get on the highest motherfucking building that you got in your motherfucking city, state, whatever, and jump off of. You pay them dumb motherfuckers $80 to play with them for an hour of play. They're not even no gamers. They're not even a celebrity, and they charging $80.
I know, man. You got a
Come
lot of
on.
retarded people out there, yo. A lot
Man.
of social rejects that follow more social rejects.
How
And-
dare
and-
you talk
God-
about me like that?
But
You know
that's why
that all I
God-
do is stay on the computer and stalk men all day. That's my favorite video game. I don't play video games. I like playing with men on the internet.
Yeah, I like looking at their pictures on Facebook.
Well, let's check this out. Why, to all the people that paying for a weapon, why would y'all want to pay them certain amount of money to play for them to play those games? And you can come and holler at us, and we ain't paying, we ain't asking for nothing. We playing for free, and we talking with y'all. You feel me? That don't make no sense. You feel me? Those are frauds, and we the realest over here.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like you gotta pay somebody.
Yeah, you wanna
$80,
play a game
telling me
with
keep
a
paying
you wanna
up
play a game with a dick puller.
Who
wanna play a game with a dick puller?
$80, Black Bond? Wanna know why he charges $80 to play with him and shit?
'Cause they
'Cause
need
he
to-
ain't making enough money at that grocery store, son.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nigga still bagging groceries. Nigga, you been there for 10 years still bagging groceries.
They
Come on.
charge that high because they trying to go to E3, but they ain't gonna let them in.
Oh, if they go to E3, it's gonna be my first and my last. Cause I'm slapping the dog shit out of each one. I'm having my goons outside, throwing them in the trunk, driving around. And I can't give credit, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling on the police, I'm telling on myself I was just playing. But now I'm gonna grab it around. We gonna, yeah. Like I said, Bond told me straight up, go to the police if I see you. For what? I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Oh man.
I'm gonna buy you the drink.
Shit.
And I told him, like, if I catch them motherfuckers, watch, I'm
I
walking.
would
Oh, what's
die
up, man? I swear to God, man, that was just YouTube, man. That was just YouTube.
Squaring off.
See, you in my realm now. I'm not in your realm. You in my realm. You know what I'm saying? You can't run too far. I might even call it SA Locos. Hey, Holmes, get him body up. Oh, he's fresh meat.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get his shit. He like his shit pushed in. Yeah, he like his shit pushed in.
800. Hey, 100. He's like, all right, dude, like he's that guy, man, watching videos that he don't like on purpose, like all day long, just to fucking argue with people and shit. I mean, that's like walking into an ice cream store, fucking going up to the clerk saying, "I'd like to get some ice cream," and then when she hands you the ice cream, you're like, "What the fuck is this? What is this shit?" You know, like motherfucker, you walked into an ice cream store and ordered the ice cream, motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with you? You went to an Xbox channel, watched an Xbox dude's video. These are his ideas. This is how he feels. This is his opinion. How you gonna fucking go to where you go somewhere you know you're not gonna agree with them, and then fucking sit and argue with them? Like I said, that's like going into an ice cream shop and then bitching because somebody handed you ice cream. You a dumb motherfucker.
Hey, yo, I fucked over his Christmas, not last year, but the year before last. I'm putting up a video on Christmas, and he was up in my comment section all damn day writing essays. Right?
Hey y'all,
While I was at home drinking, getting fucked up out my ass, laughing my head off. I only dropped like 2 comments or 3 comments just to answer, just so he could keep writing, man.
This sad little internet man is gonna waste his Christmas arguing with people on the internet, man. You ain't got no family. Like friends, nobody. He just
Oh
He got his boyfriend.
God
He
damn,
got his
that's
Oh shit.
sad,
boyfriend, his
man. And
mom,
you
his
know what?
dad
I
don't
take
know
back
that.
what I
His
said. I feel
dad don't know he
sorry
likes
for him, man.
strudel.
That's pathetic. I feel bad, man.
I
That
told
dude,
him I'm gonna give him a
that dude has issues.
GoFundMe. I told him
Hey
about I'm gonna get
y'all.
him a GoFundMe to get him some pussy.
Go
He
ahead,
Hey
don't
Tim.
y'all.
want it.
Hey
Nah,
y'all.
but he
I'm
probably
supposed to
won't
get
want the
off of
pussy,
here.
man.
I gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work. So hey,
Oh, man.
thanks for inviting me to your show, and
Yeah,
I'm
no
looking to
problem,
do
son.
more, be more on your show because
Okay.
hey, just been real busy. So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
tired. So
All right. Hey
Nah,
Tuck.
um,
facts.
Hey Tuck. Don't forget your Ovaltine before you go to bed.
it ain't Mr. 100. Guess what? I got 1, 2, 3 movies working again, and guess what I did? I went to another one of the proxy servers because they got a proxy server list,
Hmm.
and
And
that's
you
how
know
I
you
got
telling
that
the
going.
whole world your business
Yeah,
that you know what I'm
Yeah,
I
saying.
know.
don't
Don't
say
Tuck.
say
You
that.
gotta
that.
keep
Yeah,
that. We had to talk,
That's
keep the
it.
shit G14 classified.
yeah.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah,
Good
no
shit,
doubt.
100. Because they would have been listening in like, yeah,
But
Tuck.
they give it out illegal
Mhm.
websites and shit.
Yep,
Come on.
Tuck.
Yeah,
Tuck.
that's one thing I'm not worried about right on that.
They're
So
scammers.
I'll talk to you fellas later, man.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
all right, definitely, yo. Yo, the last thing we got, man, is Phantom Dust. Man, freaking a lot of people was talking about that it's coming out at 480p. Some fucking pony and shit saying that it was 480p. Dude had no hard evidence, no real concrete evidence to state that it was 480p. All right, just some assumption that he came up with. All right, and recently today, as a matter of fact, on Gaming Bolt, they talked that Phantom Dust, the visuals were updated. The shit looks sick as hell. All right, it has all the Xbox achievements, Xbox Live. I mean, a whole bunch of crazy shit going for it. I mean, they say this shit looks mind blowing. All right, now, what are your thoughts on fucking Phantom Dust, people? Anybody could jump in.
I'm gonna go first. Hold on, I'm gonna
Man,
pause this game.
do your thing.
Let me go first. Now, whoever said that Phantom Dust is 480p need to go smack their mama and smack their daddy for giving birth to the person that said that bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
And Phantom Dust, I heard it was supposed to come out before E3, so I
What?
estimate April or May it'll come out.
Yeah.
But I just want to, if they hopefully, I want to see like a trailer to see what they did to it since they made that announcement. I think it's going to be a classified game. You know what I'm saying? That was like the only game off the OG Xbox I haven't played, so I really want to like try to test the water and see how it really go. But other than that, and then I'm hearing that the uh the download size is like what, 3.8, 4.3 gigabytes.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, that's not bad at all. Like for me, it'll just be installing like 1 to 2 minutes. So I say like
Hell
this:
yeah.
if you haven't played Phantom Dust and you want to really play it, because the remasters that the Xbox is doing, they're taking it back to the OG Xbox. But the remasters that these PlayStation doing is just straight off PlayStation 3. But who got the most remasters? PlayStation. You feel me? But other than that, with Phantom Dust, I'm skeptical, but I want to just see the trailer and see how they stepped up a notch. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hell
really all I
yeah.
got, Shay.
Word up. Word up. Yo, anybody? 100?
Oh man, I ain't
Rose?
never played it. I'll probably try it. I ain't never played it. I heard you gotta use some cards and shit. I hope that shit ain't like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like
Nah, it
Yu-Gi-Oh,
ain't
but I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
can't play no card. If I play a card, I hope it's like Blitz mode. I can put a card down or something. But I heard it's a fighting game, so
Yeah.
I love my fighters. I'm looking. That's why I went mute because I've been trying to find. I got told that motherfucking World Heroes is on the Xbox One right now. I'm trying to find this shit. I guess I gotta wait to
World of Heroes?
wait another. Yeah, I heard this. I'm trying. I guess I gotta wait till 9 o'clock my time. When I wait till, I'm trying to find that shit because I'm gonna buy it ASAP.
Shit.
But I
You in
like fighters.
SNK? Shit. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I
Yo,
love fighters. So I'm gonna pick it up. And I think it's gonna be like a budget title. Probably like $40. It's not
yo,
gonna be no. It's not gonna be like with Sony charge you 60 for a
yeah.
Right,
game that look
right.
like motherfucking a game that looks. You know what I'm saying? 7 generations old. They haven't been working on this motherfucker. And now that's why I got another question too. These games have been putting out. These motherfuckers been done. These motherfucking games been in development for 5 years and better. What the fuck? How y'all accepting that shit? Like even with Neho, Near Herb, they've been in development for years.
Yeah.
And they still look like PS3 games.
You still can't tell me you can't upgrade. You can't up. You can't.
them and then got new people to work on them again. And
Yo, he
Yeah,
are you
I don't.
talking?
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait on he bought.
Yeah, so
But
I don't understand that. That don't make no sense to me. And they be working on these games, and then the guys that's throwing them out. You what the thing about it, some of you guys wasn't even old enough to even play with a joystick at the time. You were trying to, you know what I'm saying? You were trying to see if you was a woman or a man. You was looking at your tinky winky or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
you
you wanna,
You ain't know their favorite show was I
yeah,
Love You.
yeah. You know what I'm
You
saying?
love me.
I'm
Oh,
telling you, a
get
lot of these
out.
people
you're
that be
my favorite.
young
Hey,
whippers
Yeah,
they
not
yeah.
No, no,
hold
no,
on,
no. Probably the
to watch
reason why you
Barney.
guys, a
he
lot of
bought.
those games.
We are a
Hey,
happy
not to cut
family.
Yep.
anybody off, but my battery's about to die. I got like probably 4%, and this thing's probably going to shut down.
Oh
Oh,
well.
God.
So you mind if I probably
Yeah,
say
say
this might
something.
be the
Go
last
ahead.
thing I say,
You
and then I
think?
get cut
Mhm.
off. So, what game was you talking about?
The Phantom
Phantom
Dust.
Dust.
Phantom
Phantom
Dust.
Dust.
Yeah, dude. I mean, from what I seen from Phantom Dust, it looked like it was a good game. I missed out on it. It was one of those really under the radar games. I didn't pick up on it. From what I've seen, it was ahead of its time. It looked very interesting. I would like to play a game like that. I hope it does turn out good. I'm not going to be like fucking ponies out there and say, "Oh, it's the greatest game of all time," because I don't know. It's not out. You can't do stupid shit like that. But I do think it might be a good game.
All
Honestly,
right.
I hope it turns out pretty good.
All right, cool. Cool shit,
That's what's
Chief.
up.
All right, J-Long, any thoughts on Phantom
Um,
Dust, the
the
480p
screwed
version?
up thing is the person who broke the 480p story was an Xbox dude.
Mm.
I don't know if he meant wrong. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna discredit the guy because he's from a good site. ICXM, they're good people. But he took a comment out of context. Shanna Loftus said it's the same assets or something. No, she said it's the same original rendering, basically. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
original renders in the game, they're really not tearing the game from the ground up like Gears Ultimate or Crash. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same game, but it's obviously going to be outputted at a high resolution. A developer, the one who confirmed the size and the achievements, he made it clear that it's not just a resolution bump and it's not just a port. He said it looks much better than the back compat version on 360 and the OG version. That right there tells us it's not 480p. That would be crazy if it was. And the article that they just released today on Gaming Bolt, also says it looks more modern. I think they're just using the same technique emulators like Dolphin use. It's the same exact game. It's just they bump up the resolution internally and make it look, modern. I could play Sonic Adventure in 4K on my computer right now. I could play Zelda Wind Waker in 4K. It's the same exact game. It's just the emulator does some technical work on the inside and bumps the game up to 4K. And I think it's gonna do that to 1080p, on this.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 100%, man. What are your thoughts on this, Ghost?
Well, I tell you this, you hit the nail on the coffin. I would like to play that game. I never played it, so this is something new that I would like to get.
One bit.
And I
Oh,
want to
and
agree
hey,
with Kano said. Oh, go ahead.
well, I was going to say with the resolution thing too, man. We could always play it off like the Sony ponies do and be like, "Oh, it's a design choice. It's supposed to make the game look more grainy and realistic."
We got checkerboard. We got the checkerboard. We're using that
Checkerboard.
checkerboard rendering. Checkerboard
Yeah.
rendering, man. Dynamic scaling.
Yep.
Don't forget temporal projection.
No,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
no, 1440p is the same as 4K now, according to Digital Foundry.
Yo, remember they actually thought that shit had a real cell in it.
Yeah,
Cells.
Oh, yeah,
but he wasn't gonna
the
make it.
PlayStation
Motherfuckers.
3.
Yeah, they really thought that shit had cells in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, what can you want, man? They're a delusional camp. You know what I'm saying? They're highly delusional. Now, the game itself, Phantom Dust, it's a one-on-one arena-based game. All right, one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different types of powers. I've stated it before on previous podcasts, and it's gonna be fun as hell once it gets to Xbox Live, man. I can
Yeah, I
imagine
would
the
like to
people.
get
I know
that.
I'm gonna
Right.
go ham on motherfuckers with Phantom Dust because I played Phantom Dust. I had Phantom Dust, right? And I love the shit out that game. All right, so I plan to go ham on motherfuckers because I know what I'm doing in the game. Motherfuckers is gonna be trying to figure it out. Well, I'm gonna be murking motherfuckers online.
That's what's up.
So you were saying Ghost or even Hebot? Because I haven't heard from you, Hebot.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you about
Yeah,
Yeah,
Can you hear
yeah,
me? Am I
yeah. We
coming
can.
in?
Yeah,
yeah,
go
you
ahead.
yeah,
Do your
coming
thing.
in
No,
now?
because my mic fell, so I wasn't sure if it got messed up. That's why.
That's what happens when you're playing games and being on a podcast at the same time.
No, no, no. It's the diabetes. It's the diabetes.
Oh, dang.
No, no.
Hang on.
Listen, check it. Here's the thing with Quantum Break. I'm gonna give you the technical part of it. And
Not
I'm gonna
Quantum Break, Phantom Dust.
Oh, Phantom Dust. I'm gonna give you the technical part of it. I'm gonna give you the realistic part of it. The technical part of it, when Shannon Loftus said that it's rendering on the same graphics, meaning it has the same exact assets, like it's gonna have the same animations, it's gonna have the same details where they were drawn that originally in the levels. It's gonna have the same character designs in their uniforms or on their faces, things like that. That's what they mean with original rendering, because rendering is what you're drawing. That's what rendering means. Now, the fact that what happened with the ICEXM guy is he made the assumption based on her saying original assets and rendering from the original game. He went and looked in the back of the box or looked it up of the Phantom Dust, and it said 480. 480.
480 resolution. Yeah.
So he assumed that because she said that, that's what that meant. So he kind of took it out of context, making the assumption without really letting it develop itself. Now, that was right after E3 last year. So when they put that article up, they didn't realize that he was basing it off an interview from E3 last year. Just in January, the actual developer himself had said that no, the game was being touched up to run and take advantage of the, HD quality of the, Xbox One console, obviously. But to make a long story short, basically they're just trying to bring brand awareness to the game, because it was very sought after, had a big cult following on OG. It didn't sell very well, and they're trying to see probably if it sticks, if people like it, because they're trying to broaden their portfolio by bringing back old IPs that are worth bringing back and creating new ones, of course. So I'm assuming because the first time they were trying to reboot it, he wasn't happy with the developers' work that they completely, canned. They figured, well, let's just touch up the new one, do the best that we can to bring the awareness to see if it sticks. If people like it, then we can invest some money to, make an actual proper sequel, maybe, or reboot.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Which makes sense. But to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure if this game is running, let's say, 720p, being upscaled to 1080p, I'm pretty sure that the game's not going to cost no $20 or $15 like usually you see on the Sony side. The game will probably cost maybe $5, maybe $7 at most, because if you remember, they did the same thing with ODST. They touched it up only with higher resolution and higher frame rate, and the game was only $5. If you owned it originally with the Halo Master Chief Collection, they gave it to you for free.
I don't think it's going to be worth that much.
No. I don't think so. I think it'll probably be like $5, maybe $7. I don't think it's going to be a lot. Only because, like I said, it's a niche title, and they want to bring the brand awareness to the, to the IP itself. And I think that's what will happen now. Which I don't see nothing bad with that. I don't see anything wrong. I think just people are just overreacting. Like I said, trying to find any little thing to badmouth the the Xbox titles that are coming out this year, because it's a different year for Microsoft. It's not a year with just a Gears or with a Halo. It's actually very diverse and has a lot of different things on the cards.
Want to know how unique that game was? Did you play it before, Hebot?
I still own it.
Oh, you still own it? Remember the music, the musical soundtrack? That was Beethoven, man.
Yeah. It had like a lot of
Beethoven was the
symphonic or
score.
operatic style music. Yeah. Absolutely. It's the same thing with Voodoo Vince. I think Voodoo Vince is going to be maybe like $10-15. They did do work though on Voodoo Vince though, as far as textures go. I know they
I would
added
sell it
textures.
a lot more if I was.
Because Voodoo Vince, I believe the original polygon count, the
That's
original.
$40.
Nah, I don't think no 40. No.
No. It's not really 40. It'd probably be like $20. Voodoo Vince, the original polygon count on the actual character was 519 polygons, right? and for the new one, it's 3,500 polygons. So they did work to it. The lighting, some shaders, 60 frames. Remember it was only 30 on OG, and it was only 480p, and it's now going to be rendered on an actual full native 1080p. So Voodoo Vin's a little bit different. That's why I said that. Voodoo Vin's will probably be like 20, and Phantom will probably maybe 10, 7, maybe 5, because it's a little bit different. But again, it's just fillers. They're just there to see, for people that didn't never play them on the OG, because the OG wasn't a popular console like the PS2 was. And if people that never tried it can get a chance to try it, and it costs cheap at an affordable price, they'll sell well. They'll do well enough for people to enjoy it, and that's nothing to complain about. That's just a good thing.
And Voodoo Vince is definitely better than Crash Bandicoot.
Well, Voodoo Vin, yeah, well, definitely 3D, full 3D, and
a full 3D game.
Sure,
Yep.
Any platformer is full 3D. I mean, I'm gonna go for that more. I like 2D side scrollers and all, but I expect them at arcade prices. Like I don't, want to, play any. And that's how I felt with Voodoo Vince. I didn't really play it, but I would get a chance to play it again. Or if I could get a chance to play it again, I would. I'd be more interested in playing that than Crash Bandicoot, because
I think the
played Crash, really nice. Didn't really care.
I think the game's gonna look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whether you obviously notice the details better, but I don't think it's gonna be like one of those things where it's gonna cost a lot of money or it's gonna disappoint. Plus, it's gonna have achievements.
Me personally, though, I think if they both come out at $20, they're totally worth the price.
Right. Yeah. They're fair. It's fair. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see.
I think
the reason why I'm saying that Phantom will be cheaper is because they did less work to it. That's why I'm saying that. So I can see.
Not according to that article from Gaming Bolt today.
Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, they said that they reworked the engine, man. I mean, not the engine actually, but the visuals. The visuals were updated, all right? And they were talking about that they revamped the gameplay, all right, to a certain degree. I mean, it's still the same gameplay, but they did little tweaks here and there, right? Because the first time around, you actually took a long time before you actually got the cards and everything. You remember, Ebot? It took a minute before you got all them different types of cards that you could do that shit. They revamped that whole shit so people could actually get into gaming even quicker. And the animations,
the first 3 hours,
animations were sick, man. Yeah, the animations in that game was sick as hell back then. I'm just trying to imagine now with the updated visuals.
It looked ahead of its time.
That's one of the
video I've seen. I thought, damn, this game looks like it could have been a 360 title, and this was an original Xbox.
It's better than a lot of the Japanese games coming out today.
Yeah, it's one of the better looking. It's one of the better looking OG Xbox games.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why Shannon Loftus said that they didn't want to touch it, because they didn't have. The original guy that created it was there, but he didn't have his rest of his development crew, and they didn't want to mess up the animations in the game. Because in order for you to redo them, you had to do them from scratch. And, a lot of those animators from the developers from the original game are not there. So that's one of the reasons why they didn't want to really touch it like that. That's what she was explaining. But things change. I don't know. Maybe they did more work now based on what you're saying, Kaleida. That's a good thing, though. Either way, it's still good. I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I think even if the game's $20, like you said, or $15, it's not a ripoff.
For us Xbox gamers that never experience it, it's going to be a good thing. So
right.
This year I get to experience a game that I never got to play.
Yeah,
and it's running 1080p 60 frames per second on the Xbox One, but we'll be going 4K on the Xbox Scorpio.
And for all those Sony fans, that is definitely a title that they would want to try out if they never tried it. Yeah. But it's a good Japanese title. You know what I mean? It was built specifically with Japan in mind when they first did it the first time.
Microsoft only published it in Japan. Majesco brought it here.
Yep.
Yes.
They're the ones that brought it to the States, man. And the animation, it was sick back then, man. I know it's something that a lot of anime heads on the Xbox is gonna fucking gravitate to.
Hey, do you guys think that they might do more? I'm hoping they do more of this, getting OG Xbox games and touching them up and re-releasing them, because
yes.
What we were talking about before this podcast, Crimson Skies would be an amazing game they could either remake or reboot. If they made a new AAA Crimson Sky game, I'd lose my mind. I mean, I've heard maybe Mech Assault. Mech Assault was another great game. Gun Valkyrie. And of course, everybody would want a Ninja Gaiden if we could get another Ninja Gaiden. But
Actually, today is
Shit.
Jet Set Radio Future's 15th birthday, or yesterday, because it just hit
oh,
midnight.
nice.
Wow.
And Sega, it doesn't even have to be exclusive. Bring that game out, remaster that game, put it in 1080p. I was playing that, backwards compatible on my 360, and it still looked good on my 4K TV.
Yeah, yeah,
Flip
yeah.
that 1080p,
Yeah,
and that
Jet
shit
Set
was
Radio,
up.
Jet Set Radio, and Jet Set Radio Future were like artistically, they were fucking beautiful games. They were.
Yeah.
Especially the
Yeah,
second
they got a successor. I was looking at. It was called Revolt, Hover Revolt for Game or something like that. And this is from the people that made Jet Set Radio. That's on Steam right now, saying it's coming to the console soon. But
Oh
when I
yeah,
look at it, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna send
Yeah,
you
I
the link.
saw it, yeah.
I'm gonna send you
nice.
the link. But I saw the game that you could either play it in first person or you could play it in the regular way, like how it was with Jet Set Radio. And they got this almost the same team that made Jet Set Radio Future and Jet Set Radio. And still, I'm gonna
Wow.
send you the link after the podcast.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's good,
crazy.
man. That's
Yeah, that
good
was
that it's coming
another
to
great
consoles.
OG Xbox title too.
Yeah, I mean, they got a
there
lot
were
of
a
nice.
lot.
They got a lot of nice OG Xbox titles that if they brought back, it would be a refreshing portfolio for sure.
But
Torch,
I
Bring
really
back Kung Fu
thought,
Chaos, man.
yeah, Kung Fu Chaos, yeah, and that's
that'll be
Ninja Theory.
fantastic,
That was
man.
their first game, to be exact.
Yeah.
what do y'all guys think would be the best game to translate into a new title? Like if they were not just remaster and bring
Skies,
it back, but
definitely
if they
one
were
of
to make a new one,
Kung
like
Fu
a new
Chaos.
Microsoft.
Kung Fu
I
Chaos.
What?
I still want a Fable 4.
Did someone say Fusion Frenzy?
I think you and a lot of people.
Oh, Fusion Frenzy, yo. That's
Yeah.
dope.
That would be dope. I would really
Yeah, I wouldn't
myself-
mind Fusion. I wouldn't mind Fusion Frenzy like a what you call a title,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a
arcade title.
or a Connect title.
Ooh.
Yeah, like a Connect title. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Myself, I think that what really would do well, not only would make me excited and most Xbox gamers excited, but it would do well in today's gaming climate with all the World War games and this becoming popular. I think Crimson Sky tops the list of OG Xbox games that should be brought back into a sequel or a new game. Like if you could just imagine a game where you can, it's like a Halo but in airplanes. The multiplayer on that game was amazing. You had planes that shot like shotguns, so you had to be right up on your opponent. You had to fly right into them, bam, and then they would blow up around your plane. You had
And the way your plane
mid-range.
could dodge in the air, dude.
Oh, the way you could dodge, the way you could fly. It was an amazing game, but in the campaign, you could get in and out of your airplane. You could fly to remote locations and get out. I'd love to see that next gen could do that much better than they did back then. That game was ahead of its time, and they really didn't have the ability to probably do it the way they really wish they could have. Now they can. They can make a Crimson Skies where you're a pilot and there's like a war and you're getting in dogfights and you're landing over here and helping people out. Like just all the cool missions you could do getting in and out of an airplane. Just it would be amazing. But also, it had like a kind of like a World War II kind of look to it. Like I said, it had those what do you call those classic airplanes? You know what I mean? The airplanes look classic and shit.
It was like some type of steampunk thing. At the same
Steampunk.
time,
Thank
though.
you. Yes. It was like alternate
Yeah,
reality.
it kind of felt like the
World
movie.
War II steampunk feeling. That's
The
probably
creator of Akira kind of felt like a steampunk.
And I just think that it would look amazing. Can you imagine it in today's graphics?
No, definitely. And actually, they should test the waters with like the HD remake, like they're doing with like Phantom Dust and Blue Vince. All right,
Yes.
just to see if people still want it, and if people still want it, do what Microsoft does with all their titles, like they did with State of Decay. It was an arcade title at first, now it's a AAA game.
Right,
people.
right,
All right, and making
right.
Crimson Skies a AAA game. Well, remember, in the first game, you could actually get out your plane and man gun turrets. Imagine getting out your plane and actually fighting people, shooting people,
from
then coming back and
dogfights.
getting inside your plane. I mean, dude, that's talk about that's
That
really
would be
blowing the
crazy.
game
Imagine
up,
a rescue
blowing it
mission,
out the
dude.
water.
I mean,
Imagine
that would be
landing
next
inside a
gen,
base
dude.
camp and fucking mowing down a bunch of dudes with a machine gun and then escorting a dude out.
Right?
Yeah,
Cap-
and then y'all get
bringing
on the
back
plane and
POWs,
escape and shit with all these dudes
Yeah,
chasing you in the plane, Joe. That
And then get into a dogfight in the air, and then escape to an aircraft carrier somewhere or some shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, you could fly to different countries, you could fly to different islands, you could fly. You know what I'm saying? Like different
And
bases.
how about the multiplayer? You could take the multiplayer even further, man. Imagine you fight flying your ship through inside giant aircraft carriers, a la Star Wars and shit, man. Fucking invading shit, blowing motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? Going inside of one of those big ass blimps. You know what I'm saying? With the Gatling guns in the air. I mean,
That's
dude,
dope.
you could do a whole bunch of crazy shit with Crimson Skies.
Remember, they also had
Great.
Bloodweight, the one with the boats.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. That's what I was
Bloodweight
thinking.
was like
That was a
Crimson
really
Skies
good
on water, you know.
Mhm.
But like that kind of game, something that has adventure and airplanes, being able to fly from one location to another, even some boat. That would be awesome. If they could
It's
combine
different yet
those
appealing.
two games together. As a matter of fact, like bring in the boat element and
Yeah.
have
Oh
boat.
yeah, that's all in one game. Oh my
Yeah, you
god.
can have boat and
Because
air combat.
Battlefield 1, man, the plane missions were crazy in that, man. So imagine a game where they refine the plane controls even further
Right.
and have a good,
Oh yeah, where
immersive
the whole game was
third-person
based
gunplay
around
too.
the flying. That's how Crimson Skies was,
Yeah.
man, and it was an
Well,
amazing game ahead of its
yeah,
time.
so much stuff that was
Right.
advanced, like Crimson Dragon. I mean, Panzer Dragon Horta and freaking Gun Valkyrie, Otagi, Torque. They had a
Next
lot of
time,
good games.
Yeah,
But
all
it
those
would be
games would be
harder for
good. Want to know
Microsoft to get
what's
the.
trippy though about Crimson Skies before? I lose my train of thought.
Sure.
Crimson Skies. This was years before y'all ever saw an Uncharted, right?
Right.
And yet the lead character for Crimson Skies looked like fucking Nathan Drake.
Yeah, they
And the guy
copied
from
Nathan
Crimson
Drake.
Skies was called Nathan Zachary.
Oh man,
All
and
right,
another name
so I
Nathan.
mean, come on, man. Who the
Nice
fuck was
out
they
there.
copying? They
Wow.
riding off of Microsoft's coattails again, man.
See that Microsoft? They copied your character for Crimson Skies. It's time to show them who that real character really is. Bring that.
Well,
Bring that.
Bring
you
back the
remember
real Nathan.
Cliffy B tried to be
Man.
funny, and that's why he made the character in Shadow Complex look like Nathan Drake, if you remember. So they tried to,
Yeah, I
Kratos
caught
they
playing
try
me.
to they try to steal the idea of Gears on in Uncharted 1. He made him look just like Nathan Drake dressed up in Shadow Complex, if you remember.
Mhm.
That's crazy, man. And Nathan Drake is based off of Nathan Zachary. That's what's up.
Yeah,
And
but
his
shit.
co-pilot, his homegirl was called Brooklyn. That's what's up, man. Said I'm from Brooklyn.
That's
And I know there were other equally good games, but I think those would be harder for Microsoft to get a hold of. I mean, a lot of those are Japanese games, and
yeah,
Crimson
third party
Skies,
is also.
I think, was a Microsoft Studio game.
Yeah, they own
it's
it.
So,
Microsoft.
yeah,
right,
they own
they
it.
own it.
Yeah,
And
So,
it's
Came out on
appealing, really.
PC
Out of
first,
all the
as a
games
matter
you
of
brought
fact.
up, that's the most appealing today.
oh yeah, and I tell you what, Crimson Skies
Right
holds
now.
up incredibly well, man.
Microsoft would be a good translation too.
Yes,
Put
yes,
it this
yes.
way.
I loved MechaSalt. MechaSalt. I heard a rumor about MechaSalt, and I really hope it's true. Because I really love that game. Like I've gone on it with y'all before about an hour on that game, but I did love that game. I played it
Right.
so much. Next to
Right.
Halo, I would say the games I played the most on OG Xbox online wise that had the best
Microsoft was mind
multiplayer
blowing.
on
Right,
OG
right.
Xbox was
All I can
Halo,
tell you is, if you want to see
Crimson
how
Skies,
well,
MechaSalt. Those games got played 90% of the time. And Fusion Frenzy for my friends that weren't gamers came over. They loved that game. I could
right,
break that out at any moment. Everybody could play it. So and Fusion Frenzy was another highly played game, even though it's not technically a hardcore game. It's not a gamer game, but it was a pretty cool game for the OG Xbox that got a lot of time.
right. No, absolutely, I agree with you. But if
Um,
you want to see how well Xbox OG games translate to Xbox One, just play the rare replay. Play Grab by the Ghoulies.
Grab by the Ghoulies.
Yeah, if
was
you play
cool.
Grab by the
Grab by the
Ghoulies on the
Ghoulies is
OG
dope.
Xbox, and you compare it next to the Xbox One version, which as a matter of fact, I should do that as a side by side comparison because I have both
Hey,
games.
Hebot, tell me. Anytime I talk to somebody who likes Banjo Kazooie, or they're looking at
That'd
that,
be dope.
they're looking at that new game, Ukulele. I'm like, have you played Grab Out of the Ghoulies? And they're like, no. I'm like, you got to play it. Like, if you like that kind.
No,
you
but
love
you got a good
whatever.
point. But that's what I'm saying. If anybody wants to see how well that OG Xbox games translate on Xbox One, to give you an idea of what Voodoo Vince is going to look like, even Phantom Dust, look at Grab by the Ghoulies. It's a gorgeous game. You couldn't even tell that it's an OG Xbox game. To be honest with you, it looks better than a lot of games on PlayStation from those Japanese
Yeah.
games.
Mhm.
To be honest with you.
And that's the sad fact. All right.
Damn, we've been at
The
this shit for
truth.
3 hours. Damn.
Yeah, we're
shit.
savages.
Well, anybody
pretty
got
out.
anything else to add, man, before we jump off this? Because that was
Hey
pretty
man,
crazy.
you you can get World Heroes right now, $7.99. I just bought it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
nice thing that
shit!
you put that you brought that up, AJ. That is part of the arcade archive. So I guess they're coming to Xbox finally.
What game?
Yep.
The Arcade
The
Archives,
I got
World of
World
Heroes, the
Heroes
fighting
archive
and
that
game.
was on
they got World
Nintendo
Heroes and they got that
and that
golf
was on
shit.
PS4 is coming, I guess,
Which
to
one?
Xbox. The first
They
ones
got
are
the
coming.
they got the Neo Geo Golf right now,
Yeah,
and then they
too,
got
man.
World Heroes.
I
Right,
seen that.
Oh,
right,
I'm gonna get World of Heroes though,
Yeah,
man.
World
right.
Heroes to give me out. That's why I was sitting there waiting. That's why I was quiet. I was sitting here and I had to wait till 9 o'clock. I was in there typing. I'm like,
Right.
here, come on. And it
We
said
also got that
7.99. Ain't bad.
Zombie
I gotta
Vikings
be at
game.
work in
Pretty cool too.
3 4 hours.
Oh
Oh
man.
damn, yeah, this
Yeah,
podcast
Yeah,
been
I'm
going
man.
for a minute, but yo, we had a whole bunch of hot
hell yeah.
subjects, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's start off with J-Long, man. Yo, say your final words. Where can people reach you at?
You can reach me at JLon908 on Twitter, JLon908 on YouTube. You catch me in the Facebook groups, you know who I am. Terrorizing fucking ponies and that shit. Yeah, man. And you'll catch me next week on the show.
Definitely.
And yeah.
Definitely, man. Hey, yo, Kano, where can people reach you at?
They can go ahead and reach me on Twitter at Real Young Kano, Facebook The Real Young Kano, YouTube Kano's Gaming Section, intramediagaming.com, and that's really about it where to catch me at because I ain't hard to find.
All
And
right.
I be wrecking stuff up when somebody get on my bad side. So forget the ponies and keep it Xbox.
Word up, man. You're 100.
Hey man, y'all know where y'all can find me at. Y'all can find me on Intro Media. You can find my ass on YouTube. I think I just started talking shit on Twitter because people have been fucking with me lately. I don't know why. You know what? I got bad influences in my life. Crap Gamer and Bank BTST, fuck y'all. Because them motherfuckers tag me in all y'all shit now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I wake up getting cussed out. Motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Old cookie face monster over there talking shit to people, man. They tell them I was peaceful. They turning me back to the old motherfucker watch. I'm gonna start slapping the shit out of these motherfuckers now. But
Word up.
you can catch me, you can catch me on Google Plus, man. You can catch me on Xbox Live. You know what I'm saying? I game dinner every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
you
just
do.
found out I might not be gaming this weekend because I'm going to Vegas. All of a sudden, damn it.
Yeah, and whatever happens in
But
Vegas
I still
stays
be
in
on
Vegas.
Xbox Live. Yeah, but I still be on Xbox Live because it's the Xbox Live app. You don't got that shit on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Not on
No doubt.
PlayStation. But I
Oh
still
yeah,
be on net folks and shit. Shit, man. You can check these guys out, man. Y'all go follow all these guys. These guys got great content, man, and they hitting gems. And y'all go sit there and listen to that weapon wheel. Quit listening to that bullshit and come listen to these guys. This is the real weapon wheel.
That's what's
Shit.
up, man. And we come packing. All right.
oh yeah. I forgot to say
Minus
something.
brutal.
I forgot to say something right quick. Yeah, if you need a banner or a clip art for your channel, let me know. Hit me up. I get you right. You know what I'm saying? 15 for the banner, 5 for the clip art, 20 for both. You heard what I'm saying? I do it right and do everything high quality. You know what I'm talking about? So hit me up with that, and also go check out intermediategaming.com. Like I
That's
said,
what's up.
a place for the gamers by the gamers. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
You already
sir.
Exactly,
know.
word. That's what's up, yo. He bought.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for having me on. You guys, like I said, I don't always have the chance and privilege to do it. I've been grateful to be able to do it the last couple of weeks with you guys, but it's basically because of time, because you guys do it late. So I'm available late, basically. So that's the good thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm grateful, man. I'm really glad because I get to speak my voice and share with all you guys. You guys make me feel like family. And I hope you guys feel the same about me.
We
And
are
Yeah, bro.
For
family.
sure.
as long as you have me on, I'll be more than glad to join you. You can check me out on my YouTube channel. It's Hebot8, or actually, yeah, Hebot8 with capital H, capital B, everything else lowercase, space with the A and space in between the E and the B. And on Twitter is Hebot the most powerful gamer or powerful gamer. Um, spelled the same way. I'm at intromediagaming.com. I'm in the world of Xbox on Facebook, on the gaming groups, and on in the internet, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something live with Ghost. We're working. Well, I'm gonna work out a schedule. I want to do it soon because I want to do it in my own home. We'll meet up for the first time I think it'll
That's
be
what's
something
up.
different, something fresh.
Yeah, that's what's up.
With
Dope.
my,
That's dope,
with
man.
my
Isala
Xbox podcast.
Productions.
Oh yeah, well I'm trying to do something
Two
different because
Boricuas.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Misala production.
to
That
have
shit.
people see something different. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for a little while, but I think live will be dope. I was trying to do it with Cyclonus, but he hasn't hit me up as well because he works a lot. So
Well, he
Alright.
off what you call it. He's off Tuesday, Wednesday.
yeah, I know, and he doesn't live far from me either. We can meet up, so it'll be easier too. So
Bring a
easy.
bottle of Hennessy. Just tell him you give him a half a pint of Hennessy. He'll be drunk
Yeah,
off of 2 cups
right?
because he can't drink.
Word. So again, man, guys, thanks again. And for the viewers, check out my friends, my fellow Xbotians. They all do good stuff. They're all great guys. If you overlook all the drama and people talking shit about them that don't even know them, believe me, you'll find out that these guys are the real deal. They're actual, class acts, and they're good people, man. They love gaming for real. They're not just here doing the shit just to get views and hits. They know what's up. They know what gaming is about, and they know their shit. They're not like dumbasses. They don't just make assumptions. So watching their channel is not it's not gonna be a waste of time. In other words, and they keep it real. If they don't know something, they'll tell you they don't know. So go check them out, please. And subscribe to them as well. These are my
Good
boys.
shit.
So thanks
Good
again,
shit.
Collider
That's
guys.
what's
Thanks
up,
again.
man.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Yo, J Long.
So
Did
we
I
got
got
J
Already
it?
Long.
said it, man.
I already said J Long. So the only one I'm missing is Ghost. All right, so let me go before Ghost then, man. Yo, we kept this shit live, yo. He bought fucking dope fucking chorus in the beginning, all right, just before I spit my rhyme and shit.
Oh,
That shit was
thanks,
on
thanks.
point. I was loving that
Anytime.
shit. We had a fire. I mean, this podcast was actually beast fire, people. Right? Because we got stupid open and shit. So everybody, y'all can fucking reach me at Kaleidoscope on YouTube or on Twitter, actually at Kaleidoscope1 or DirectX minus Duff. All right.
Spell it for him too, because you got to spell it. It's not. I
Uh,
don't think you
stop
have
it.
it
All
spelled
right.
like.
Well,
Yeah.
on the way I spell my name, at least on YouTube, is Kalai, which is K capital Kalai, Kalai, and then the scope. All right,
She's
capital
still gonna
D
spell that shit
A
wrong. How you
scope.
been doing that? She's still gonna spell that shit
Yeah,
wrong.
of course they're gonna spell it wrong because they don't know how to read and write, man. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
she gonna spell that shit wrong. You know she know. You know she need hook on phonics.
Oh man.
That's
I know, right? Most of those people is hooked on phonics, man. But either way, that's my $2 worth. So, Ghost, take us away.
Yo, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We had a good time tonight. Everybody here is real gamers. Everybody here has a blast. We have fun. And it's all about just chilling and talking about games. And that's what a podcast is supposed to be about, man. Yeah, sometimes we might go off the handle, but it is what it is. We live and direct. If you don't
Yep.
get no curses out of us, we ain't have a good show, son.
Well, plus, if
Yo,
somebody's
where
not
can
cussing
people
on their
reach
show,
you
you got
at,
to ask
Ghost?
yourself who's paying for it, because
Word.
when you got advertisers, you can't talk like us, motherfuckers. Anyway.
Yo, man. God bless everybody out there, man. Thanks for stopping by and watching the
Lord,
show, guys.
God bless.
Peace.